My parents, Robin, Ralph, and my wife are all coming in to see who knows Howard best. $5,000 prize.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
We don't need $5,000.
Well, give it to charity.
Yeah.
Ralph just asked me a question. Howard wrote all the questions, meaning...
Oh, he wrote them?
What happened was everybody submitted questions, and then Howard picked the ones that he liked, and then answered them. So he picked the questions.
Okay.
He may not have written them, but he picked the questions. So everybody's going to be sitting. You two are a team. Everyone else is separate. And Howard's going to say the question is, how old was Howard when he saw some movie, whatever it is. Everybody's going to write it down on a piece of cardboard. Okay? Everybody's going to write it down on a piece of cardboard. You're going to hold it like the...
He's got all the questions and answers. I know.
I was studying. Come on.
He's studying. It's like studying for a math test. Who knows what's going to be on it? There's 1,000 parts of math.
You can't do that.
Do you know what year Howard was born?
54.
1954. You know, that he shouldn't have written things.
Well, no, he's not going to bring it in.
You're not going to bring
it in. He studied.
Take that away from him.
I will.
Promise?
Yes. Here, give it to me right now.
No.
You know, all right. He won't go in with it. I'm giving Howard a note to let him know that everybody's here and we're ready to start.
There's going to be a fight erupting in this.
Could you give him a note saying I was early?
Gary, you take that notebook from him.
Ralph's wife is fighting with his other... Howard's wife is fighting with his other wife.
Yeah, but, she's got the prenup and everything. I got nothing.
Can't wait to see who wins this game.
Yeah.
My prediction, I hope Beth wins because we just got married. That'd be awfully romantic. But my biggest fear is Ralph will win.
I think that your parents will do better than you think.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Artie, you're a betting man. Who's high score on this game?
Oh, that's interesting. Wow.
Robin?
I'm gonna say.
Don't bet on me.
Say because Beth doesn't listen to the show.
What is this show stuff? This is Howard
This
stuff.
is Howard stuff.
What is Howard if not this show, Robin? How dare you?
Interesting.
But they said they're general questions. They're not specific.
How about this?
They're
Hey,
just
by the way,
about who Howard is, I think.
Look at the graphic for Howard TV. Who knows Howard better? And is it a picture of me? But my hair is blue, and I like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you did that once. Maybe they're going
That's
back
a punk.
to then.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bet that Robin wins. How's that sound?
All right.
Nah,
You
it'll
want
be
to
Beth.
put money on? Well, I can't bet you, Robin. You could throw it.
I think I might even bet on
You're gonna
Robin.
bet it?
Robin's got a good shot, but maybe Ralph.
You think Ralph? You'll go.
See, I'm going to be with Ralph or Beth.
Yeah. That would be where I'd put my money.
I'll tell you what. I'll bet my parents come in dead last.
Well, okay, I'll bet you. Okay, I'll bet you they don't come in last. You want to put money that they'll come in last?
Okay.
All
Anyway,
right.
50.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, let's not
I
get
got
stupid.
$50.
Or $50. All right.
I could come in last.
Robin, you can't. You
Nah, you'll do all right.
unless you want to go with me on the down low here and throw something for me.
All right, we're going to play Who Knows Howard Better next.
All right, so we have $50 to clarify. You're saying your
I'm
parents
betting
are
my
coming
parents
last.
will come in dead last.
If they don't come in last, I get 50. If they do,
Right.
you get 50.
The winner gets $5,000.
Yeah.
Who knows Howard best? I'll tell you what.
Maybe
I'll bet
that'll fund my next debate party.
I'll bet you if Beth wins, she gives it to charity, and if Ralph wins, he keeps every penny of it.
Well, I can't bet that.
You're damn
because
right.
I agree with
Well,
that.
maybe I'll throw a party with the money.
Are you really at a debate party? Huh?
Yeah, for the vice presidential debate, I had some people over.
Here's Ralph Sorella.
I have a question for you. Why are you insulting me that I would keep the money? It's
Of course you
fucking
would.
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't?
That's not an insult.
You're like, oh,
This
Beth
is
will
an
give it to
insult.
charity. Ralph will keep it. Of course I'm going to
No.
keep it. And Robin,
Hey,
Robin goes, I don't need $5,000.
I didn't say I don't need it.
You're so out of touch, Robin.
I didn't say I didn't
You
need
did
it.
this morning.
I just would, there are certainly more people around here who need it more than me.
Like me.
I'll tell you what, Ralph. If I was playing for $5,000, I keep the fucking money.
I keep the money. I
Fuck
studied
you.
last night.
That's right.
I'm going to kill.
Did you study? What did you study?
I went online. I was looking up information about you.
Oh, my God.
Ralph, I
almost
wish you
called
luck.
Gary.
I didn't study. I'm just, it's supposed to be, what do you know?
All right, are we ready?
And there's a big argument going on in the green room already regarding Ralph. Ralph showed up because he studied with a bunch of notes, and your parents and Beth are both insisting he not be allowed to bring his notes. Ralph wants to bring his notes.
He
No
cannot
notes.
bring his notes
You
in.
are
I didn't say I want to bring my notes. I was reading them over. I'm sorry if you're not prepared, Robin, as usual.
Ralph, what was the most
my
interesting thing you
God.
learned about me in your studies?
The radio stations you went to, I got the order of them.
So it's not
when
even-
you were
it's
born.
about-
It shouldn't be that
Well, I don't know.
ridiculous.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know what. I
That's
hope it's not
super fan
bullshit
stuff.
like your
No.
favorite color.
No.
or
Well,
something
maybe it
dumb
will
like
be.
that.
Maybe it will be.
But you're
See, I know
colorblind. You're colorblind. So it doesn't.
Little
See,
bit.
there you go.
Little
That's
bit.
interesting.
I'm Ben Stern, Howard's father. I'm very happy to be here, and I expect to win, otherwise I wouldn't have traveled this long distance.
Hi, Mrs. Stern. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm raring to go. I'm trying to find out the questions, but nobody is cooperating. We're here to play the game. Who knows Howard better? And you know who's going to win. I'm the champ.
You know him best. Mom and Dad know him best.
Well, of course Mom and Dad know him best.
But this is some stiff competition you're facing.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to try the best we can. And we'll see who's the winner.
Hi, I'm Beth O. Well, I guess I'm Beth S now. Anyway, I'm here to play Who Knows Howard Better, and I know a lot more about Howard than any of those people know.
So you're feeling confident today, Beth?
You know what? I don't know a lot of the history stuff, so I'm hoping they don't go there, but I'm really confident about the personal stuff, so maybe there'll be a couple questions and it'll give me the advantage.
Well, good luck today, Beth.
Thank you. I need it. I don't know if I need it. We'll see. We'll see.
Hi, I'm Ralph. For those of you who don't know me, what's wrong with you? I'm here to play Who Knows Howard Best, and I feel very good. I think that I'm going to win $5,000. I've been studying. Look, I have notes. I'm taking this very seriously.
Very prepared.
Yeah, not like those people in there. Like Robin said, she doesn't need the money. Who doesn't need $5,000? That pisses me off. If she wins, I will jump up and choke her. Seriously, I will.
You think that woman lost weight and then lost touch with reality?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't need $5,000. You know what? She should give me $5,000. Even win and lose, whatever. She doesn't need it. Give it to me. I need it. I need it.
Now, what about, you're facing off against his wife and his parents, two people that really know Howard very well, but you've been with Howard a long time.
Well, the only one who might be able to beat me is Beth. It depends on the questions, if they're sort of, I'm hoping it's sort of like what Howard would do in a certain situation, but what's his favorite color? I don't know. I don't really care. But if it's sort of like, would Howard do this or that, I think I have a good shot.
So if it's like skewed towards his personality and his traits,
Yeah. If it's like general, but I know some general stuff too, so I think it'll be very close competition. I think I don't think his parents know him very well. I think they're just going to be lost in the dust, but, who knows. We'll see what happens.
All right, good luck.
I need the $5,000. $5,000.
That's a pretty good payday.
That's a good payday. That's nothing to turn up your nose at.
Unless you're Miss Quivers.
Yeah, completely out of touch with reality and everything else.
Good luck today.
That's because she doesn't eat. She she puts coffee up her ass. She's crazy.
Get on the solid food.
Yeah. Eat something. Hey, Robin, eat something. Have some red meat. It's good for you.
What's going on? Honey, what's going on?
He's cheating. He got the cheat sheet. Take it away from him now.
No.
Scott, why are they echoing?
It's something else.
Information about you written on a notepad.
Wait a second. First of all, there's an echo all over this. Scott.
Well, take that from him.
No.
Scott.
No.
He's cheating.
I'm not.
He's got information. He has the.
It's a list. I have a list. It's something else.
The date of your birth, everything. Written
She's so
out.
out of control now, Howard,
Take
that
it
she married
away
Are
me.
you
from him.
cheating?
She's so out
Ralph,
of control.
get rid of that.
Robin, take it away from him.
That stupid folder.
I'm going to kill. Why,
Honey,
Scott,
take it away
Hello?
from him.
Scott, why was there an echo?
Top 10 chicks that you're
All right, it's off now.
Hey, Howard,
Then rip it off.
I can help you with this.
Yeah.
I actually have Ralph's notes
me
with
see.
me. So
Help me with the echo thing. That's killing me.
You're so out of control. You're going to lose.
Ralph,
You're going down.
Ralph, what are you holding so we can end this controversy? My parents are upset. Everyone's
It's
upset.
the top 10 hot chicks at your wedding.
Oh, I see. I've got to bet that you guys will lose today. I say you'll come in dead last. What do
I'm
you
glad
make of
you
that?
have confidence in us. Who wrote these questions?
The staff here wrote the questions, and I was asked these questions, and I gave an answer.
And you thought these were simple, general questions?
I did. I even eliminated the hard questions and said this should be simple. Whoever knows me best should have no problem with this.
All right.
It shouldn't be something you have to study on the internet.
How many
Ralph.
questions?
Well, you know that Ralph studied.
I'll tell you how many
Well,
questions.
you should have, too. I mean, I can't
I
help
really
it.
should have.
You should have.
Except I don't have an internet to study from.
Howard, why don't you buy them the internet? What's
Oh,
the matter?
please.
I don't want it to.
Why don't you want internet?
It's too
What do
much.
I need it for?
What?
What do I need it for?
You don't need it? You
No.
could go on there. You could anything you want would be at your fingertips. You would have.
I have everything I want at my fingertips.
They won't get a answering machine. I call
An
them.
answering
this is
machine
what
they
this is
don't
what
have.
goes on. I go, Mom, I
You
called
know
you
what
all
you
day.
do?
You called all day. Nobody called me. I said, no, I called you, but there's no machine. Well, listen, I don't need a machine. I didn't hear from anyone today.
So you call back.
Ma, all day. How many times
I have the hardest time getting hold of them.
You know what? She's right, though. Who needs all that? Then you got to return calls and
That's
everything.
right.
Exactly.
You don't want to return
right.
their call?
All right, give him the answers.
Because my mother feels abandoned. Dad, do you feel you will do well in a contest about me, or do you think you will not be successful? Answer the question, please, in a serious manner.
Thank you.
Well, let me see. I got to have some example questions. My name is Ben Stern. What is your name, this lady sitting on my left?
All right. By the way, I want to recognize a name change right now. Sitting here is no longer Beth with that long name that no one can pronounce.
Even Barbara Walters mispronounced the name on The View. I couldn't believe
Beth
that.
𝗏𝗏.
Yes.
Oh, that's horrible. What's wrong with her?
Oh.
I have to admit, and I want to say something publicly in front of my parents as well. I love being married to you. So far, our marriage has been bliss. I've only asked for a divorce twice, which is rare for me.
You told me I was a bad wife. What did I do?
You did something.
Did something.
And I didn't like it. I said, you're a bad wife. You need to improve.
And what about a husband?
I am a terrific How am I as a
perfect husband,
So far.
I'm sure.
Perfect
Mr.
husband.
Perfect, right?
Poor Beth. You have no idea. It is not fun.
Yeah, just wait.
Could I have my microphone adjusted because it's a little low?
Absolutely.
Well,
Robin.
so pick it up. You're a prima donna.
I tried, Ralph.
Ooh.
I don't know how it works, and I don't want to break anything, unlike you.
In the middle of my
Who
romance,
throws up all over the place.
Ooh.
I want to say being married to Beth has been pure bliss. I am having a great marriage.
How many days have you been married? Do you know?
Yes.
6.
We got married last Friday.
Yes.
So it was a week on Friday.
That's right.
And now I'm going to do some quick math. My father knows I'm good at math because he helped me with my multiplication tables. That's 7 days, Friday to Friday.
Friday to Friday, 7
This is
days,
how you
I
figure
think.
it out. Now, this is how a mathematical mind works.
married
You know
10
that
days.
Saturday... You gave me the answer. I'll tell you how you got to that.
All right, that's one for us.
Friday is 7. Saturday's 8. Then you add Sunday is 9. And then you include today, which is 10.
That's what I
So
said.
you add 7 and 3.
Now,
Thank you.
should I say, should we give the answers like they do on Jeopardy in the form of a question?
No. Let me tell you what you're going to do.
This is straightforward.
Wait. What's the best part of being married?
The best part,
Honestly. Yeah.
First of all, and I know Beth doesn't want me getting into too much about our sex life. I feel closer to Beth, therefore, i.e., the sex is better.
Anal.
No anal. Please, not in front of my mother. Sorry. My father liked.
Please,
Yeah. Not to say anal in
You
front
could
of me.
say anal in front of me. You've said a lot worse.
But you said to me you've never tried anal.
I never said that.
You said that. You said
I
you
never said that I did, and I never said that I didn't.
Wow, there's a revelation.
Dad, you did.
Who
anal.
knows Mrs. Stern best?
I'll tell you what. Right now, if you tell me you did anal, Mom,
I know nothing.
that would
I
rock.
know nothing.
Did you try it?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is this a contest, or are we going to discuss your sex life?
No, we're going to discuss your sex life.
My non-existent sex life. Okay.
If you get the $5,000, what will you spend it on?
Not an answering machine.
Well, I'm going to take your mother out for her birthday in 2 weeks.
That's good. I like that.
That's
Where,
right.
to Nathan's?
Yes.
Nathan's.
Yeah, they go to Nathan's.
We go to
How many
Well,
hot
that's $25.
When I take
Where's
your
the
mother
rest
to
of it?
Nathan's,
And your father has a free ticket for a hot dog.
Yes.
He won a free ticket.
Oh.
how many hot dogs? My father. I'll answer this question. How many hot dogs does my father eat on my mother's birthday at Nathan's?
2.
3.
Wrong. 3 is right.
Thank you.
I always eat
look,
3.
I'm on
Was
fire.
that on the internet?
I
Yes.
did not.
Honey, you knew that,
I
right?
did not. I
You
thought
did
I
not
would have
know that?
answered too.
You would have answered.
Who knows Mr. Stern best? Thank you. I won.
There you
He's
go.
going to blow the money at the track.
I got a tip Friday and the 5th for you at the Belmont.
Yes,
Good, we need it.
Dad,
Excuse me. Before we start the contest, I just want to say I'm here under protest.
Why?
Ralph came in with notes. And I feel that gives him an unfair advantage.
all right, let me
Well,
say
if you'd
something.
hook up the internet, you could get notes too.
Can I say something?
Yes.
First of all, no one knows what these questions are going to be.
Right.
I don't believe any of them.
Robin doesn't know?
No.
No, I don't.
I'm going to do an unfair contest?
Well,
I was hoping.
I have to
I
say-
mean,
he
I
was
don't
gonna
want to
give
cast
the-
aspersions.
I have to say my wife, Beth
Yeah, he would have
Stern.
given them to Beth.
Beth Stern asked me for all the questions. She She wanted to cheat, but I would not.
You did not give them to
You're
me.
so horrible, Beth. Ever since you became Mrs. Stern, you're out of control.
Well, they're agreeing on that story. I don't know if I believe them since they're Team Stern now.
Now, I have one other
Tell Ralph
question.
to stop touching me.
Stop it. Yes.
Where are the auditors with the questions, which should be coming in
All right,
a locked briefcase?
Let me explain something to you.
Where is the locked briefcase?
I am going to ask a question and quickly write down
Did
your answer.
you unconsciously or give Beth
No.
information
No.
that she could use in this contest?
I didn't even remember the questions. Here we go. All right, what you're going to do is write down the answer. Don't talk out loud because you'll give away the answer.
Oh, we write it down.
You write it down. But Dad, I guess Mom's going to be writing.
Yeah, we can.
No, Dad writes. He prints. You're right.
No, it don't matter.
You're right.
But how about if you know the answer? How are you going to get word to him?
How are you going to tell
I'll
me?
tell him.
Yeah, but they'll hear you.
He'll hear me.
Don't you understand?
No. They'll hear you.
Yes,
the other people.
we will hear you.
Right, come on.
You have to write.
I won't listen.
Dad, if you have a thought, you should only write it. So both of you should write. I just want to say that Beth Stern, my wife, is a terrific wife. I feel closer. You asked me what's great about it. I feel closer to her.
Yeah, what works about
We
marriage?
were
What's
cleaning
the
our
difference?
apartment this weekend, and she even said to me, I feel like we're a team, and we are a team, and she felt good, and I felt good.
I felt horrible this weekend after my run.
You felt horrible?
No, I ran 20 miles on Saturday.
Yes, but I'm saying about our marriage.
Right.
Yeah, she ran 20 miles. I can't wait for that marathon to be over.
How annoying is that?
Oh, my God. And she's walking around, walking into a wall.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah. But anyway, it is now Mom, my mother even said to me, what's with all that running?
All that
I'm
running.
sure.
Who needs that?
Tell her.
That's the way
Tell her.
I did.
What did you say to her?
I told her. I said I think it's undue stress on all your body parts. I don't see the point to it. I really don't.
Is it okay to do it just once?
No, never do it.
No,
Ma, you don't like too
Never
much,
ever.
you
do
don't
it.
like too much exercise or anything.
I like exercise,
Very
but
limited.
everything
In moderation,
and
right?
and I don't like competition. You know, where you're running to beat somebody or you're running to win. I mean, I don't go.
I'm not really running to win. I'm running to raise money for the
I
North Shore.
know, but it puts a lot of stress on your body. And
How much money have you raised so far? Tell my mother how much money you raised so far.
$250,000.
Woo,
And
a
what's
lot of
really
money.
cool is Rachel Ray is her new dog food called Nutrish is sponsoring me $50,000.
And many of our listeners have sponsored you at
The
GoBetho.org.
listeners have been amazing. Thank you to everyone for the support, and I will finish that race. I don't know what my time is going to be, but I promise that I will finish.
Can I
See,
say,
she's a saint.
If you go to GoBetho, there's
.org.
there's little movies of Beth doing exercise and stuff. It's kind of hot.
Yeah, you like
She's like laying on the ground, stretching and stuff.
In fact, my mother doesn't like a lot of physical activity because I'm going to tell you something.
Who needs that?
I talked to my psychiatrist about it, and he
Yeah.
explained it to me. He knows about you. I talk about you in a serious
You
way.
had your psychiatrist explain this.
Yes.
He understands
He says
it.
your mother's had a lot of loss in her life. My mother's had a tough life, and she doesn't want to lose anyone to exercise. No,
To
not wow.
I didn't say I was losing anyone.
No. The psychological feeling is that people get sick,
It's a
they'll
little
get
too
hurt.
much psychological, don't you think?
Well, my mother doesn't like me to bring her up in
You
therapy.
actually discussed her in therapy. That's not.
All of therapy is about.
She's not going to like that.
Oh, she doesn't like it. She does not like my therapist. She never met him, but she does not like. Right? You don't like my therapist, right,
It's
Mom?
all about your mom, isn't it, in therapy?
No,
a lot of it.
in my therapy, a lot of it's my father.
You think he messed you up more than your mom?
You came, Ben?
It's not about anybody messing up, but when you spend your early years with two people, you're influenced by them, and that is how you.
And so what's so terrible with
I didn't
you?
say it was terrible. Oh, what's terrible with me?
Yeah.
Mom, I'm a mess. They won't even let me leave.
I like you the way you are.
All right, okay, here we go.
You haven't seen any change in him?
What kind of a change?
Well, from, he's been in therapy 11 years.
Have you
haven't
seen a
noticed
change?
any
I don't.
change?
I've seen changes in him, but everybody changes. I mean, you mature, you become different people at different stages in your life.
But you don't think that therapy has done...
No.
Oh.
Listen, you look. My mother has known me since Think about this for a second.
Who
and I think
needs it?
My mother has known me since 1954, and my
Right.
father has known me since 1997 when Private Parts came
I was
out.
going to say, he didn't meet you until 97?
Well, when he saw the movie, he learned about me.
How would I know you? She never introduced me to you.
All right, listen. Enough nonsense. Now let's
Yes,
see who
let's
knows
get
Howard
down
better.
to business.
All right,
By the
we're
way,
trying to delay.
The winner is going to be richer by $5,000 Brought to you by the new Christian Slater TV show, My Own Worst Enemy, premiering tonight at 10 o'clock on NBC. All right, here we go.
First question.
Here's the first question. Write down your answers quickly. I don't want to waste time. You get a point for each right answer. No points, obviously, if you are wrong. What was the name of the summer camp where Howard was a counselor? What was the name of the summer camp where Howard was a counselor? Who knows me better, my parents, Beth, Ralph, or Robin Quivers? All right, I'm going to go to Robin Quivers first. What's written on your card?
Camp Well Met.
That is correct. Let's see your answer, Ralph.
Well met.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Beth Stern, well met. Very good. And my parents?
Well met.
Okay, 1 point each. What was the name of Howard's first girlfriend who he had sex with? Real sex, you know what I'm saying. What was the name? Don't answer out loud. If you do, they will hear it. Write it down quickly.
Who you had sex with.
What was the name of the girl I first had sex with, sexual intercourse? Don't say anything. All right. Put down your pens. Mom, you're first. Go ahead. What did you and Dad come up with? Well met. Well met is not the answer, Mom. Dad, well met. Dad, you do not know. You have no idea. I had sex in your house for the first time. You didn't know that. In the bedroom, you guys conveniently left.
How would we know that?
She had her period. And I had to clean up because you were coming home. What do you mean stop
That's
it?
horrible to tell your parents.
My
That
parents
was their
need to
bed?
know. Not their bed. God forbid. I peed in their bed. Honey, what did you write down? Robin is correct. Ralph, go ahead. Fred is not playing. Go ahead. Beth O.
Thank you.
That is wrong. Robin, what do you have? Robin.
Right.
Very good.
You didn't know her name?
What's the answer?
Robin.
Did Robin get it?
Not Robin Quivers. Robin.
I hate you too.
What was the name of the girl?
Robin. Yeah.
Not this Robin.
Not that Robin.
Oh, no.
That's a dumb question.
Robin, how dare you have sex in my house?
We asked Howard the question. Besides Beth, who would Howard say is his best friend right now? Right now, who is Howard's best friend in the whole world beside Beth? Of course, my wife is my best friend, but we're leaving her out.
You
of
actually
this.
had an answer to this?
I had an answer. I answered.
Besides Beth.
Beside Beth. Put down your pens, please. Robin, is your pen down?
My pen is inactive.
All right. You are inactive?
Yeah.
All right. Robin, go ahead, turn over your answer and read it to us.
I would say Ralph.
Ralph is the correct answer. Ralph, what did you write down?
Me.
That is correct. Beth, what did you say? Ralphie. And Mom, what did you say? Your mother. You wrote that?
You mean to say that Ralph is a better friend to you than I am?
Of course.
You're my mother.
Did you
You're not
fix
my
his
friend.
closet this weekend?
I don't take that answer. I don't take that answer.
All right.
I contest that answer.
I'll test that. Ralph, have you ever had anal?
Yes.
With
You have.
Howard.
With Howard.
You've had anal. Mom, have you ever had anal? See,
Have
won't
you
even-
ever had anal?
See, you won't talk to me.
Yeah, you don't hang.
Listen, Howard.
You're uptight.
Ralph is a better friend to you?
He came to. I'm talking about friends, not my. They don't include your mother in that. Okay, you lost on
Well,
that.
who do you include?
Me.
Friends.
Strangers.
Ralph. Strangers. I've known the guy 20 years.
Way too long.
All right, here we go. Answer quickly. What was Howard's major in college? Write it down. Don't talk out loud. What was Howard's major in college? All right, let's go to Ralph first. Ralph, wait,
He
hold it.
found this on the internet last
Wait a
night.
second, Mom.
shut up.
All right, my mother's done writing. Go ahead, Mom. What did you say?
Communications.
Correct. Honey, what did you write? Communications is correct. Ralph, read it out loud, please.
Communications, thank you.
Communication.
Very good. Everyone gets a point.
Robin's wasting paper.
We asked Howard, and I'm Howard, what was Howard's happiest moment in his life? How do you think Howard would answer that? What was Howard's happiest moment in his life?
Is this before the marriage
the
to
wedding.
Beth?
Before
Okay.
the wedding.
Okay.
What was Howard's happiest moment in his life? How did Howard answer that?
That's a tough one. We don't talk like this.
I don't talk like this.
I know. I have
You
the
probably
answer.
told Beth.
I know what it is.
All right, put
I
down
have
your
one of
pens.
two things in mind.
I have only
All
one
right,
thing.
Mom, you're holding your. What does it say?
When your daughter was born.
That is not the correct answer. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead. What's it say, birth?
Yeah, the birth of Emily, Deborah, and Ashley.
Wrong. Go ahead, Ralph.
I had the same thing, and you're horrible if that's not your answer.
That's right. What did you say?
Are you going to say the premiere of Private Parts? Because I wrote the birth of your children.
No, I said summer camp.
Shame on you!
Oh my God, you're so damaged.
You should have gotten that.
I reject that answer.
Yeah, but he's got 3 kids. You can't choose one.
You were happier in summer.
That's why I put birth.
Dad, what did you have?
I put down when
We know him better than him.
What?
you finally came to New York radio station after traveling all around the country.
All right,
Well, you
thank
should have
but
written that down. You've still been wrong.
That was a nightmare. All right, here we go. Here we go. Where is Howard's favorite place to vacation? To go on vacation? If you know me, you would be able to.
Lately or
What is Howard's dream vacation place?
Oh, well, that's not fair.
that's not fair either,
Yeah.
because you take one person here on the vacation with you.
All right, we'll get rid of the question then. Forget it.
Thank
the
you.
answer happened to be Mexico, but that's
Mexico, I put home.
Home? That's not a vacation. Ma, how is that a vacation?
Where did you spend your honeymoon?
At home.
Oh,
But that's not my favorite.
all right. I rest my case.
Your favorite place vacation is Mexico?
All right, listen to this. Honey, what were you going to say?
Hamptons.
Right.
I was going to say
That's what I
Hamptons,
said.
too.
That's why I was
You guys know me
asking.
better than I do.
Oh, you're crazy.
You don't know
Mexico.
yourself.
You
This is
won't
the
even
problem.
leave the resort. You could be anywhere.
If Howard wasn't a broadcaster, what job would he most like to have? If Howard wasn't a broadcaster, what career would he have picked? Write it down.
Is this what you...
Just
Don't
please.
ask questions.
All right, put down your pens. Mom, you're up first. Go ahead.
I didn't finish.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Hurry up.
What did you write, Mom?
You like to work in the kitchen.
That is correct. A chef. Beth. Say it.
Chef.
That's correct. Ralph.
Advertising. You had a job in advertising.
I hated it. You're wrong.
Chef.
Chef. Ralph got it wrong. All right, here we go.
I think Beth and I must have the same scores.
Chef, you can't even warm up water. Chef. Be the worst
Could
chef
you
ever.
announce the scores to people? Nobody knows how we're doing.
I'm going to
here.
give you the scores. My parents, Ben and Ray Stern, have 3 points. Beth Stern has 5 points. Ralph has 3 points. He's tied with my parents for last place. And Robin is tied for first with Beth at 5 points.
Now I'm getting competitive about
Fixed. Contest.
Dad, what is going
Wow, the woman you sleep with is winning. Surprise.
Please, Ralph, calm down. You're talking too much during the segment. Go ahead. My parents, what is going wrong there?
What are you talking about?
Why are you in last place?
Listen, I contest some of your
Right.
answers.
All right,
I
here we
really
go.
do.
Let's see how you do. And let's go to this question. What? Are you still with me? Okay.
Thank you.
What was Howard's favorite subject in school? I never liked school much, but one subject I was better in than others. What was his favorite subject in school? And obviously goofy answers like lunch and that kind of thing, it doesn't fly. You know, academically. All right. What'd you write down, Mom? Go ahead.
English.
English is correct. Go ahead.
I didn't know.
What did you write, honey? Math? I'm horrible in math.
I don't know. That you may have liked it. I don't know. They didn't say you're good at it.
No,
Shit.
Ralph, what did you
just saw
write?
his math skills.
What did you
History?
say?
That's
History
kind
is
of
wrong.
English.
No.
English.
Robin said English.
Moving out ahead.
Robin moves to the front of the pack. Come on.
And she doesn't need the money. I
Did
hate
you
her.
get that, Ralph?
No, I put history. English. What kind of subject is that?
What is Howard's favorite drink? What is Howard's favorite drink? What does Howard go and drink all the time?
You mean
I'm not saying
alcoholic
drink?
or
any drink you can pick, non-alcoholic or alcoholic. What is Howard's favorite drink?
Well, see, Beth would know this because
Why don't you know it? You're-
Drinking all the time.
Yeah, and so
Can
do
you
you.
write 2 answers?
One answer, Mother. We're going to find out who knows me better. These are simple questions if you love me. We're going to find out. All right, Mom, what'd you write down?
I said water.
Water is wrong. Beth?
Cranberry juice and seltzer.
That is correct. And club soda seltzer, I'll do it with anything.
I said
Perrier.
water.
Go ahead, what did you say?
Cranberry juice and seltzer.
Go ahead, Ralph.
I
You
was
see
gonna
me
say,
drink it
but-
all the time, Ralph.
Yeah, but water. It's water.
Water's wrong. Go ahead.
I went vodka and cranberry.
yes.
Talking
All
about
right,
it.
Beth is in
All
first.
right, now we're
tied for
even
first.
again.
What are you drinking now?
Water.
Water. Water. That's a drink.
Not my
But he's
favorite. It's not my
answering
favorite.
questions
in a silly
favorite.
way.
You just started drinking it a week ago.
No, I've been drinking it for years.
No, you haven't.
Seltzer and cranberry? I didn't know that.
Either Perrier or seltzer or club soda with
Perrier
cranberry.
is.
Yeah, but she
more
sees you
like
drinking
it.
it all the time. Not fair.
It isn't fair, but
No,
you know,
right?
what can we do? I'm
Ralph.
still tied for first.
Ralph, you come over to my house once a week. What do I always get out of the refrigerator?
Water.
No, wrong.
Here.
What do I
wrote
get?
Water. I'm sure it's
water.
Ralph, what do I get out of the refrigerator?
Water. You drink water.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you have cranberry in it, but the consistent thing
Be
is
quiet.
water.
No one likes you.
I agree with Ralph.
I'm not at
Thank
his
you.
house. See, that's an unfair question.
All right. What is Howard's favorite food? If Howard can eat one thing, what is Howard's favorite food? My parents, Beth, Ralph, Robin, competing for $5,000 to see who does who
See,
better.
now here again, this is unfair.
My Own Worst Enemy, premiering tonight at 10 o'clock on NBC with Christian Slater. All right, Beth looking very confident.
I go first?
Go ahead, go first.
Pasta.
Correct. Mom?
Pasta.
Correct.
Yay.
Pasta.
Correct. And
I
Robin?
said spaghetti.
Good enough. Fine.
I had the
I'm getting
mozzarella
angry
sticks at All-Star Cafe.
What was the name of Howard's pet chicken? Don't just write it down. Don't say it out loud.
You had a pet chicken?
I had a pet rock Cornish hen. What was the pet's name? I've said it on the air. I've said it in my book. Don't say anything yet. Let everyone finish. Dad, what is it?
Pecky.
Pecky is correct. Robin, what did you have?
I wrote Petey.
Petey,
I got
close. Ralph?
Fred?
Fred is wrong.
Pecky.
Pecky, very good.
Uh-oh, Beth's ahead.
That's ahead. In first place is Beth. Mom, you've moved up, so Robin's in second, Mom and Dad third, and Ralph in fourth.
Look at who's coming in last, the guy who studied.
That's right.
Shut up.
When they asked Howard who was his hero growing up, who did he say? Who was his hero growing up? Who would Howard say is his hero? If you knew me well, you'd know that.
Oh, God.
I think I'm gonna get this one. It's a tough question.
Who was Howard's hero growing up? I'm going to ask you to put down your pens.
Wait a minute. No. I need a
Wait,
little
I got
more
a
time.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, you're out. You're out.
Robin, I'll go to you first. What do you have there?
I know he's the guy who did the Hearts Mountain show, who had the puppets.
Oh, you're talking about Paul Winchell, Jerry
Yes,
Mahoney?
yes.
Wrong.
Oh.
Surprise, Ralph. What did you say?
Soupy Sales?
Soupy Sales is wrong, honey.
Superman.
Superman, wrong. Go ahead, Dad.
That's what I put,
Mom.
Superman.
Superman, what did you write, Dad? Superman, my father. My father.
I was going to write that, and then I said it.
That's my hero.
You never said that.
I'm telling you.
Yes, I did.
Not to
That's
me.
beautiful.
Dad, you like that?
I'm so emotional I can't answer.
He's just trying to suck up.
I am tongue-tied.
All right, here we go.
You must love that no one knew it.
What is
He's keeping it to
what is
himself.
Howard's,
It's very clear.
What is Howard's Hebrew name? Hebrew name.
I don't know how to spell it.
I've said it on the
Yeah,
air.
I don't either.
My parents should certainly know it. Don't say it yet. Don't say it. Let the other people write down. Ralph, write something down. Come on. Don't say it yet. You're going to give it away.
I got it.
All right. Ralph, you're first. What do you have?
Richie Wilson.
Robin.
Hesh.
Hesh is wrong.
Spy.
What did you say?
Spy.
Close, but not.
Shvi?
Shvi is close, but
Shvi.
Tzvi. That's it. My parents get a point. Very good. All right.
Just like
Oh, look how I spelled
I
it.
spelled
Honey, did I spell it right?
Put your thing down. You're wrong.
No,
No.
but, that's all right.
That's like Shviadel. Same thing.
Yeah.
All right. Has Howard ever had sex with an Asian woman?
What kind of crazy question?
See the yes or no.
Crazy question.
Shit, we talked about this too.
Was I there, Charlie?
Who hasn't had sex with an Asian woman?
Robin.
No.
Correct. Ralph.
No.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
No.
Correct. All of you get that right.
Oh, I can't pull ahead.
Who's Howard's favorite comedian? Write it down. Write it down. Who's Howard's
Talking
favorite
about
comedian?
right now or of all time?
They asked me the other day who my favorite comedian was. I gave them an answer. What would I say? Who's my favorite comedian? Write down somebody, Dad. Mom. Okay. Mom and Dad, you go first.
I don't know.
Put down your pens.
Fat
You
Jackie
don't know.
Leonard.
Okay. Honey?
I wrote Chevy Chase just because he was
Wrong.
at our wedding.
Chris Rock.
Correct.
Chris Rock.
Correct.
I'm back in a tie.
Jackie Martling.
Very nice. We only have a few. What is the oddest thing that Howard ever collected? What is the oddest thing that Howard ever collected? How would you answer that? If you knew me, you'd know this. What is the oddest thing Howard ever collected? Write it down. Don't talk out loud. You'll blow it. Mom and Dad, what did you write down?
Mad Magazine.
That's not
Not weird, but that's wrong.
I have no idea.
Ralph?
Skulls and dead shit.
Correct.
Skulls.
Skulls, correct.
I'm
Honey,
pulling ahead.
What's the score? What's
you
your score?
tell me all the time how it was a horrible thing.
I got all of them.
I thought Ralph bought those all for you.
No, I bought them. Robin, 10 in the lead. Robin taking the lead. Ralph, you are in third place. Beth is in second, 9 points. Ralph, 7. My parents, 8. Oh, excuse me.
I should have
Ralph's
2
dead last.
more
No,
points than Beth.
Let me see.
No, we're
Keeping
one
score.
away.
No.
You're sure? Because I thought I just answered
Robin,
2
I
questions
did something
that you couldn't
wrong.
answer.
Robin has 10 points. You're in first place. Beth is in second place with 9 points. My parents are in third place with 8 points. And Ralph, you're in dead last place with 7 points.
No, that seems right.
No, it,
Yeah.
no,
I
it
thought I
seems
just
wrong.
got 2.
I think I got 2 more than his parents. I don't
Because
understand this.
we got the.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I missed the SVE question.
Can I just get the $5,000, please? Thank you.
All right, here it is. What is Howard's worst habit? Howard's worst habit. Howard's worst habit. How would you answer that?
Oh, jeez. Worst habit?
Yep.
God.
I don't know.
What do you answer?
No.
know
Shh,
this?
don't talk out loud.
Oh,
See,
that's
yeah,
good.
you just want
That's
Beth
good.
to win.
All
I
right.
don't know this.
Mom and Dad, what do you have?
Picking your nose.
Wrong.
Teeth grinding.
Close, but wrong. Ralph.
I have like smelling yourself, like you know,
Wrong.
like
I said
farting.
farting because
Wrong.
I was.
Picking my teeth. I'm constantly picking my teeth.
almost-
It's a
I was going to say
terrible habit.
toothpick.
Yes,
Because
it was
the
really good. All right.
toothpick,
All right. We only have
Damn
one
it,
more.
I was so close. One more question.
One
What
more.
is Howard's favorite salad dressing?
If you only have one more question.
Vinaigrette.
If you
Vinaigrette.
only have one more question, the best Beth could do is a tie.
And then I'll give you guys a tiebreaker.
Which means the best you can do is win, Robin.
And then he'll ask
Don't
something
talk
only
out
she would
loud.
know.
What is the name of the African American Howard once dated? What is the name of the African American that Howard once dated? Don't talk out loud. Don't say out loud. Believe it or not, Howard once dated an African American. This comes as a shock
A lot of
to some people.
A lot of people canceling their subscription.
There you go. I don't care. Mom and Dad, what did you write down?
I don't know.
No answer. Honey?
Robin Givens.
Correct. Ralph?
The
Robin
very hot
Givens.
Robin Givens.
Correct.
Did I have to have a last name? Because I put just Robin, but I
That's
meant
fine.
Robin.
Yeah,
Givens.
you need a last name. No, it's her first name. She doesn't know her last
Of course
name.
I know Robin Givens.
Could have been
Everybody
you.
calls me Givens.
No, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it.
She doesn't get it?
No.
What? Look at the judge.
Contestant doesn't get to make the rules.
What?
The contestant
Of
doesn't
course
get to
she
make
got it right.
Yes, of course I know it's Robin Givens.
Well, why did you write Givens?
Was that the last question?
Did I know? Oh,
Look, I wrote Givens.
Was that the
that,
last
but you
question?
said that was the last question.
Then you win.
No, she doesn't need it. This is
Congratulations, Robin.
Robin, you win with 11
Well, you
points.
came in second, Beth. I have known him longer.
That's true.
Beth has 10 points.
I hate to bring this up because I
Yes.
hate to have any controversy here.
Yeah.
But it is weird that Robin did not write Givens down.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, well, let me go to the judges. Are there judges out
No,
there,
there
Gary?
are no judges. Give us another question then, because I of
All right,
course know
all right,
it
I'll
was
throw that
Robin
out.
Givens.
Throw out that
of
question.
course, of course.
Robin, of course you knew it was.
There's about 100 Robins he
I know
knows.
it was.
All right, hold on. All right.
You didn't say first and last name.
Yeah, well, what
We
about
didn't
Throw
have to
that
have
out.
the last
Robin,
name of his girlfriend.
Robin, I'll do it.
You're
First
such a poor
girlfriend.
loser. Poor loser.
A loser. Look,
Poor loser.
You would know
you know
about
what?
losing.
That's ridiculous if you don't give her that.
No, let's do another question.
You can't
Here we
judge.
go.
Quiet down.
There we go.
That's ridiculous.
Quiet down,
Maybe
Beth.
she didn't.
Are we going to... I gave it to her. I have no problem with what she said, but okay, if there's a
Well,
controversy...
Fred, what do you think?
Give it to her.
All right, there.
Oh, sorry, Fred.
No, we'll go.
Next
I'll go
question.
with Fred there. That's it. So give it to her. That's it.
No, yeah, I'll do it fair and square. Robin
I
wants
don't
to win
see how
fair
she
and
couldn't
square.
know that either.
Give
but it's weird.
me another question, please.
All right.
Getting cocky.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Who's ready?
Nobody.
Everybody but you. Come
How
on.
many times a week is Howard in therapy? How many times a week does Howard go to psychotherapy with a psychoanalyst?
Only Beth and I need to answer the question because the others can't win.
I'm just always curious. Mom and Dad, what do you...
4 times a week.
Wrong.
3.
Well, she gave the wrong answer.
Yeah, you should have talked to her about that.
3.
Sorry, Junior.
Honey, what did you write down?
I put 4.
Well, I am the definitive winner then.
3.
I have 3 too.
And you have 3 also.
But you can't win.
Yeah, but at least I'm not going to be dead last.
You know what?
Wait.
I wouldn't have.
You know I got rid of one section.
Wow, Beth, that says a lot. Wow.
You're right. I do know that.
Let's have some soul-searching questions.
Ask me a question, Mom. What's soul-searching?
What would you have asked?
Ugh, I can't believe I'm
How
lost.
you feel about things.
Yeah, but that's arbitrary. It's who knows how.
Yeah.
You see what I
Well,
mean?
no, there's a right and there's a wrong.
Well, he
of how
doesn't
you
know.
would react to certain situations.
Really?
These questions. I mean, how would I know you had sex with a girl named Robin?
Yeah, these are horrible
I mean, how would
questions.
I
let me
ever
ask you
know?
something.
I agree with Mrs. Stern. The original Mrs. Stern.
The first Mrs. Stern.
I'm laughing because I won.
Oh, and you don't need the money. I hate you. Can I have your money, please? Donate it to charity. The Ralph Sorella
She can
Housing
do whatever
Fund.
she wants with it.
Oh, you shut up. You got
All
enough
right.
money.
Robin has won $5,000.
Oh, I'm sick.
She has, listen, Ralph, I know you needed the money. My parents could have used the money.
Oh, my God. How dare you do this to me now that
Oh,
I'm
you're a
sitting
horrible
here?
person,
Looks
Robin.
like it's only 2 hot dogs this year.
These were
Nathan.
very boring questions.
The
Very, very boring.
The $5,000 prize for Who Knows Howard's Best is provided by the new Christian Slater show. I hope you watch it tonight, Dad and Mom.
I'm not.
No,
Why?
because they lost.
Because you lost?
I'm not watching that horrible show.
That's
It's
not
a
fair.
wonderful
Actually,
show.
it looks
I don't
good.
consider these questions about you. I really and truly
Mom,
don't.
if, in
And
other words...
nobody learned anything about you from these questions.
She's so right.
It wasn't to learn. It was
These
what
were horrible
you knew.
questions. They were dumb questions, and Beth lives with you. And
Give me a
Robin's known
question
for-
you think would have been good for the contest.
I have one.
Go ahead.
How many tattoos do you have?
It's a good question.
Right?
All right, Mom, how many tattoos do I have?
Let me think.
I hate those tattoos. I don't look at those tattoos. I don't even want to know how many
That's
you
the right
have.
answer.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer.
Very good. No, Ma, you should know that.
I should know how many tattoos
Ralph, how
you
many
have.
tattoos do I have?
3,
Wrong.
2, 2. I mean 2.
That's the way you
4 is
think
right.
about things.
Got one on your arm, one on
That's
your
the
hand.
way you
He's
think
got
about
one on his
things.
neck,
What do you mean?
One on his
Neck.
finger.
What do
Got
you?
another
Excuse
one
me for a
Beth.
second. What do you mean?
How you would react to certain situations.
That's
how you
what
would
I thought it
answer
would-
personal
Well, give us a
feelings. These
question.
are very superficial
You didn't come up with an
questions.
example. I don't
Give
even
us
know
a
what you're
I
saying.
question.
told you.
How many tattoos I have is
It's a superficial question.
Well, like,
really.
like, who, if 3
All right.
people were drowning, who would you save?
Well, how
Kind
could
of
we?
thing.
He can't,
Can't answer that.
But are you asking
I'd save
if,
me.
if Howard went into a store and some person gave him the wrong amount of change, what would he do?
Right.
What about what's your birth sign?
Well, I know what he would do.
Ma, do you know my birth sign? What's my birth sign?
Your birthstone? I don't
No,
know.
birth sign.
Sign. January is.
January. Wait a minute. You're a Capricorn.
Right. Yeah.
That would have been a good question, right?
But that's
No,
not
the
a
one I just
question.
the
listen
one
to
I
me.
just asked Mrs. Stern. Ray,
Emotional questions.
like what would he do if he was given the wrong amount of change? And
Absolutely.
I know the answer to that.
Well, I'd give it
so
back.
do I.
I mean, but that's not good.
But all right, that's not really a soul searching.
In other words, if you know me well, you know what drink I like to drink. You'd observe that. You'd be around. You'd know.
Water.
That's all I ever see is water or wine.
Who know you ever drank
Cranberry
Yeah.
juice.
cranberry juice?
Yeah, she,
I have
she's right.
seen
How would
him
she know
order
that?
I didn't
once
know
or
that.
twice.
That's true.
How would she know that?
But I have seen him order, and I very rarely
These are not questions.
What? Yeah,
am
you know
in the
what?
vicinity
All right,
of
all
that.
right.
But I
Well,
have,
I'm getting a
let's-
headache from the game.
These are
We're all
these are
arguing.
not questions. They are
Serves you right.
Yes, Dad.
We're not here to attack Howard.
Right.
I don't see why not. He's attacking us.
This was a good game. I want to say, first of all, thank you to my parents for coming down today and playing Who Knows Howard better. I was hoping you'd do a little better in the
Yes.
game, but okay.
I
Maybe
was
you'll
hoping
learn.
for better questions.
Maybe
Right.
this is a good indication we should spend some
Well,
time
they
together.
did better actually than your expectations, right?
They did. They did well. They did well. They answered 8 questions
Well,
properly.
to be magnanimous, I want to congratulate Robin. I didn't do that.
All right.
On her victory
thank you.
and what she did with the funds.
Honey, as far as I'm concerned, you won. Because
I am a winner because what
right.
I got for North Shore, thanks to Robin.
That's right.
Stop with the nepotism.
Exactly.
She didn't win.
Honey is terrific.
Honey is the best.
Are you saying I'm a winner because I have you?
No, I'm saying you're a
Oh.
winner because I love you.
And there's another thing I want to tell you. After the first week, it's not a new marriage.
Right.
Is
That's
that
it.
true?
Now we're
That's
into.
right. 7 days you
I
got.
thought for a whole year.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
It's a new marriage.
I like the marriage.
Okay. I didn't say you didn't like it. I said, but don't refer to it.
Mom and Dad, you should have seen the dress Beth wore.
Oh.
Oh my goodness!
know.
It was
Holy
all
moly.
cut out, and look. There it is. There's a picture of it.
Where?
Look.
Oh my God.
Where's the monitor?
Gorgeous
Oh,
as
there it is.
usual.
Wow.
I like there was a woman.
Look at the back.
There was a
Whoa.
woman walking around behind Beth, moving her train.
What do you think of that?
Gorgeous as usual.
I am very impressed with my daughter-in-law.
Almost naked. Well, let me tell you something. That sent a charge through the room when she walked in.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh yes. I wish she would have worn it today.
Imagine.
That's
Wish she
right.
would have.
That's right.
Where does that dress go now?
Hanging in the closet. So
The Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian.
Yes.
I want to thank my beautiful wife for coming in today.
Sorry to disappoint you, my love.
How should people refer to you now? Now, you know, are you going to be Beth Stern? Is everyone going to now call it? Like, if we see you on TV, you're doing a TV appearance.
I'm doing Rachel Ray tomorrow.
Is she going to introduce you as Beth Stern?
Yes.
She is.
Ah.
Wow.
Wow. We got to think about that.
Okay, I finished thinking.
All right.
Didn't even get any music for that thinking.
Ralph, thank you for participating. Sorry you didn't win. I know you wanted the money
Was
back.
he in last place?
He was not in last place. I'll give you the scores
All right.
again. It was Robin, you won. Congratulations.
Thank you.
12 points.
Woo!
Beth Stern with 10 points. Ralph Sorella with 9 points. My parents, Ben and Ray Stern, 8
It
points.
was very close.
Very close.
How much money you get for
How much money do you get for what?
coming in last?
You owe us money.
0.0.
0.0.
Zero, okay.
Well, let me tell you. It's exciting stuff. And that's that.
Howard, we enjoyed coming down here, really. It was a very nice experience.
Thank you.
And now Jared is going to go home with you.
Yeah, Jared's going home with you.
for?
I'm going to make sure you get home.
Well, if he doesn't,
Cut it out, Howard.
All right, how's this? Jared will get you in the car.
get us in the car, that's all.
That's enough.
And I want to say something.
Yes.
You see where the microphones are? There's a lot of wires and stuff on the floor.
Yes.
I don't want you getting up from your
Yes.
chair until I get over there.
Okay.
I'm
We'll
going to
see.
help you out of those chairs.
You're going to carry me out?
I'm not going to carry you, but I want to make sure nobody
He's
goes
right.
flying
Let
over
him
that
do it.
equipment. These guys set up stuff. They don't tape anything down.
Right.
It's a very unprofessional organization.
I know.
Howard
I noticed
TV.
it was right away as soon as I walked in.
Right. So you know how things go.
It was very professional.
Very,
Very
You
wonderful.
got here professionally. It's been successful. The worst thing that could happen is if you were to get out of those two chairs and go down.
Right, on our heads.
It would kill me.
Right.
So wait for me
Not
to
only
get
would
over
it kill you, I think it would kill us too.
All right. So let's practice. The microphones are off. What are you going to do? Mom, what are you going to do?
Sit.
What are you going to do, Mom?
I'm sitting.
Sitting.
Good.
In fact, we'll be here till tomorrow. I have no
Jared,
place to go.
when the microphones go off, you're to walk over to my parents and make sure they don't fall.
Right.
What do you mean, oi, oi, oi? What's oi, oi, oi?
Who's going to help me?
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Stern.
How do you do? How do you do?
Are you still upset about the types of questions you
yes,
received?
I'm very upset. And I want to go on record as saying it was very unfair.
Now, you thought there should have been more things you could speculate about what Howard would do in a certain situation.
That's right.
We feel
heart-rendering questions.
we feel we were taken advantage of.
We want a rematch.
No, we want to be winners.
And
Even
I
though we
want to
lost.
ask Howard questions. What do you think of that?
Yes.
Well, we got
How
to find
well
out.
does he know his mother and father?
Well, you both were very candid in there and gave some very detailed explanations.
Yes.
There you go.
At this point of our life, we have no shame.
But it was still fun to come down and
It was
Yes,
fun.
yes,
we
we
always
enjoyed it.
enjoy.
well, thank
But
you
the only
very
thing is getting up 4 in the morning is a little too much.
much. Ralph, are you feeling like all of your studying and everything you did in preparation for today was one big giant waste of time?
Well, that's pretty much my life. I mean, if we're going to dig into that, I mean, there's a lot of wasted time. So, no, I learned some stuff. It was very enjoyable.
How were the questions skewed to make you fail?
Well, listen, Robin spends 5 hours a day with Howard for the, 20 years? You know, she's going to learn a few things, you know, like his first girlfriend. You know, that's not really fair. I mean, I could think of 20 questions that Robin wouldn't know that are questions that I would know, you know what I mean? So,
Robin,
here's the winner.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Wow. Well, you spent 8 hours a day with the guy for the last 20 years.
8 hours a day.
Wow.
You
You won. Wow.
so
How did that
much
happen?
more personal time
Shocking.
with him than I do.
Yeah, and if there were personal questions.
Why don't you pay attention while you're there?
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you just pay attention? That would help. But
Okay.
you're so conceited and always thinking of yourself.
Okay.
That is your problem.
Yeah, really.
I probably know you better than you know yourself.
I probably know you. You know, how come you know Howard better than your boyfriends? How come you didn't get one question right about
Not
Mr.
all
X?
of them, but the Mr. X thing, that's why I didn't expect to do well. I didn't do well with my own boyfriend. I was really like, I probably won't be able to answer one of these questions either.
Robin,
But turns out I did.
Do you agree with Mr. and Mrs. Stern, though some of the questions were skewed towards very random facts about Howard, not so much traits of his personality?
Yeah, see, I thought it was going to be more like how he would react in a situation, what he would do.
You're liar. That's not what you studied.
This wasn't the game, right?
When you he graduated from college.
Well,
and
that's
what
all I could
radio
look up. That's
stations
all
he
I could
worked
look up
for.
because
So that's what you were
I
expecting.
thought there were going to be dumb questions like that. So
And then when they
looked
weren't,
those
you
up.
got pissed because you didn't know those either.
Didn't know anything. I did really bad.
You did really bad.
really
For
bad.
a best friend, you did really, really bad.
I got that one right, though. I wasn't even sure about that one.
I wasn't sure either. I took a guess.
Well, Robin, you know what's next?
What?
Who knows Robin better?
Sure.
I would win that.
No, you wouldn't, Ralph.
See, once again, I think I'm going to win a contest.
Howard the whole time said that I was going to win, but I knew that Robin was going to take it. She did, and I think that was awesome. She does. She knows him better. She's known him a lot longer. I have a whole lifetime though to learn everything.
True. So this is an ongoing game for you.
It's an ongoing game. Let's play the game in 10 more years, and if she wins that one, then we have a problem. But now I'll give it to her. And what was so kind of her, she gave that donation to my marathon run for the 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Who's better than Robin?
That's very cool.
No one.
So
Very
now
happy.
you sort of came out as a winner also. So
I did. We all win. Definitely 𝗧𝗵𝗲, that's for sure. Robin is so generous. She's just an amazing friend to Howard and me, and we're just so lucky to have her.
See, now that chopped off their mom's head because they saw on The Sopranos when Tony Soprano chopped off the guy's head.
Ralphie, yeah.
Ralphie. So they chopped off their mom's head.
Head and her hands.
Yeah. That's nice.
But they did a real poor job of stashing the body. That's how they got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have gotten away with it. Except everybody saw them taking 500 trips to the garbage can. Yeah. You know, like all their neighbors were watching them go back and forth to the garbage can every 5 minutes. And they said, wow, what's going on with them? Then some guy at a construction site saw them carrying a sleeping bag with a foot hanging out of it.
Oh.
And so he got their license plate and turned that in. And then they kept the head and the hands at home.
Why?
Well, I haven't talked to them.
I'm sending the whole article to my mom as a warning. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You know, and it was funny because I was looking in the tabloids last night, and they have a whole section on, like, the brutality that's going on in these nursing homes. Yeah. That's another thing you should say to your parents. Just wrap that article up.
Yeah, you know what? Don't annoy me in any way, because there will be a point where I will send you to one of these nursing homes.
That's right. I'll find the ones that torture the most.
Yeah, so shut up. You need that when you're a little kid. You needed that, too.
Oh, boy, did I.
You know, if you would have had that, it would have been a whole different story.
Should have taken out billboards.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, oh, here's a guy with a point that I wanted to make. I didn't see it, but Gary told me about it. Hey, Joe, you're on the air.
Hey, I don't have it.
What's up, bud?
Hey, you got to watch that. Did you tape Joe Millionaire?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't want to give away too much of it, but I just want to tell you I think one of the girls was giving him oral last night.
Really?
Gary said they go behind the bushes and they're making glugging noises, like, right?
That's exactly it. They're showing bleeps on the screen like slurp and gulp.
Yeah, slurp,
Yeah.
gulp. It appeared to be oral.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Joe Millionaire got oral. But these girls are giving him oral because they think he's got 50 million.
Right.
Oh, they're going to be pissed. I can't wait for the last episode.
But he's dumber than ever on this episode, Howard.
He's dumb.
But this is the dumbest he's been. I mean,
Really?
he's so stupid. You almost want to, like, punch him in the face.
Thanks, Howard.
Why don't they ever show Punch Joe Millionaire in the face?
That's the next next reality show.
Joe Millionaire. So dumb, he's getting oral. How dumb is he?
He just looks...
Which one's giving him oral?
The blonde, not Mojo, the other one, the blonde, who I think is more after the money than any of them. You know,
Oh, yeah.
of them. I think is she the one who's like the real estate chick or something?
Not Mojo.
I think it's Sarah, her name is.
Mojo.
Mojo. Mojo. Mojo.
He constantly looks like a deer caught in the headlights.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he'll go out on a date with somebody.
I think he's retarded.
He is. And then all of a sudden, like, he's in a hot tub with a bunch of chicks, and then one gets mad at him, and he just looks at her quizzically as she runs away. He doesn't understand what happened.
Yeah.
What happened?
She got mad because him and this chick were in a hot tub together, right? And the other chicks came in, and she got mad and left.
Well,
and then he looks like he doesn't know he's unaware of everything.
Right.
It was their date. It was him and Zora's date, and then the other three decided to crash the date and go in a hot tub. So then Zora got upset and walked away, and Joe Millionaire didn't do anything.
But he didn't know what he didn't know what to do.
He's retarded. He's like Jethro Bodine.
But it's almost like he's like, gee, why is she leaving?
Yeah.
You know?
And every expression. You remember when they catch him, you know, without his shirt on? He just stands there. He doesn't know what to say. See him, guy? He goes, I guess I'm naked.
Yeah, he's not a good liar.
No. Well, because he's stupid.
He's really stupid.
And then there's a time, Howard, they can't even open a bottle of wine. You see that, Gary? It's like, oh, how do we do this? He's supposed to be a millionaire.
He really is a guy who has not developed any other skills because of his looks.
I know, there was one last week, I think, he was going to open a bottle of champagne. It looked like he was going to take somebody's eye out.
Well, he's like a bimbo chick. A lot of bimbo chicks don't, you know, are good looking. They don't have to develop any kind of personality or awareness. I mean,
He's like Pretty Woman, you know how she went to the...
Yeah, but those chicks are equally, you know, as dumb as he is, that's how insane they are.
Yeah.
Some chick gave him a gift. It was like a poem and a puzzle, and the puzzle was a picture of her in a bikini. It was just weird.
Well, it was Mojo. She gave him a puzzle.
Mojo.
And it said choose me.
Howard, it was
Mojo.
I choose you, it said.
these women are the saddest creatures.
Mike, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Hey.
Changed it a little bit. I saw Beetlejuice get his ass kicked from Little Teal in the Tough Man contest.
I got to get a tape of this.
Oh, you got to watch this, man.
I never got it. It was on pay-per-view this weekend. Beetlejuice was in a boxing match with this other midget.
And they kicked his ass?
Yeah, the other guy, I think his name was Little Teal. I couldn't really make it up. He was smaller than Beetlejuice.
Not smaller.
He rocked him, man.
I didn't want to say anything because, I mean, I saw the tape beforehand. I saw some of it, and it looked like this little midget was beating Beetlejuice's ass. I didn't get to see the end of the fight.
He beat him. And then Beetle was in trouble right away. They couldn't even get his mouthpiece in his mouth.
Oh, my.
They kept putting it in, and then it was upside down, and they put it the other way.
Yeah.
It was like, they can't get his mouthpiece in his mouth.
Beetle was getting his ass kicked, and then he thinks he won.
Well, that's a nice way to live life.
Well,
no matter what happens, you think it worked out for you.
What happened was the doctor stopped the fight after the second round.
Damn, I got a zit on my nose.
Oh, it's funny, man. 2 rounds, he got rocked. But this little guy kept coming after him with a left, and it was like haymakers. It was better than the Canby fight, better than any fight I ever seen.
Really?
2 rounds of nonstop action. Teal got some punches in there too, but this guy, Little Teal, kicked his ass.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I got a zit on the side of my nose that must be the size of a human being's head.
It's probably bigger than, it's probably smaller than you think.
Oh, no, I can tell already. I don't want to look at it now. Leave it be. I just squeezed it. And I felt things coming out of it.
Oh. Don't rub your eye.
Why?
Because you just squeezed your zit.
Who cares? So what's going to happen? We get pimples on my eye?
Yeah, he'll get an outbreak in his eye.
Who cares? It's over. It's over.
It's, you know what? It's so not over for you. It's
over.
It's just beginning.
No, it's over.
It's not over.
I hate being sick. I am the biggest baby.
I know, whenever he's sick, it's over.
It's over.
He'd rather die than go through it.
Oh, I just hate it. And I'm such a big baby. I really am. It's like, you know.
Well, you know what you do that I think is interesting, and I don't want to get yelled at. I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm not criticizing you.
Go ahead.
But when you're sick, like you talk about leaving, but you talk about it the whole morning, and my feeling always is like, hey, if you're sick, you should go.
Right.
You know, it's like, I understand you're sick, you should go. But then you sit here and you complain and you're like, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do. And I'm like, you really should go when you're that sick.
Well, I have my father's voice in my head telling me to stay at work.
But he's really not that sick.
Right. That's the other thing. I don't even know if I'm that sick. So listen, I keep talking. I try to do the show.
But it's like everybody just stays outside the door. Do you notice?
Stay away from me.
Everyone just stays away because, like, I could whistle through my nose and get yelled at.
Yeah. And you have whistled through your nose. That's gross. Oh, there's a guy on the phone. I got to talk about this, too. I heard about it, didn't see it. Joe, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, last night, they ate this pizza. It had bile crust. It had
guy's talking about Fear Factor. He's not explaining himself.
Okay, yeah, explain this to me.
Ronnie, the limo driver, saw Fear Factor last night. And he was telling me about the pizza they had to eat, but it was blood instead of sauce. Worms instead of, like, cheese.
Cheese or meat or whatever.
Yeah, and then what else?
Had fish eyes.
Fish eyes.
But you know what was stupid? They had 3 pots, and they had lids, and they had to do is they had to throw the lid into the pot, and whatever they got it in, they either a combo or both, or just the worms or just the eyes. So all the idiots got to eat the pizza with the worms, and this hot chick with these big fake boobies, blonde, she gets it in, she wants to eat the eyes, so she throws it in the eye thing. And you know what? She loads the pizza up, she actually does. They all do it. It was pretty nasty, though.
They all eat it.
Yeah, they eat it.
You know, I got to tell you, I don't tune in Fear Factor anymore, but if I do, I end up watching it.
That's what it is a show that will captivate you if you watch it, but there's not any reason to watch it.
It is a good show.
I can watch.
Now, what kind of blood paste is that? I mean, they don't get sick from eating that?
There are cultures where they eat blood as a delicacy.
Yeah, coagulated blood. They never give you stuff that could kill you, you know. They test it all out. Yeah.
I can watch Fear Factor, I swear to God, in 21 minutes.
I know.
On the TV. I mean, I
fast forward to a lot of...
I don't care what they have to say. If a chick's got big boobs, I'll just be looking at it for a minute.
Right. Yeah, they could take that show and edit it down to about 12 minutes.
Yeah, it could be, it could be a half-hour show. They don't have to stretch it out to an hour.
Yeah, they do, evidently.
They're freezing. It's like 30 below, and they put them in a pool of water for the last stunt, and they got them chained up. And the 2 chicks got like a panic attack, and they can't unchain themselves. So this one dude does it in like 21 seconds, so he wins.
Yeah. All right, I got to go.
Yeah.
You know, Ronnie was telling me about that.
Yeah.
He said the pizza was really gross. Tell you what, reality TV rocks. I mean, it's better than regular television.
I can't keep up with all the programs now. My TiVo is just loaded.
Yeah, it's good.
These reality shows.
Nobody wants to see actors.
Why? Because it's not real.
Yeah, I need real. I keep it real.
I want to see something with a consequence to it.
Right.
Can't wait. Survivor's coming back.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for any of this. Celebrity Survivor, anything.
How do you feel about the fact that they're splitting the tribes up? It'll be men against women this time in Survivor.
I'm very distraught. I don't know. I don't care. You know what it is? It really doesn't matter to me. As long as it's on TV and I'm watching it. It doesn't make a difference.
I hate that they manipulate the show, but I'll watch anyway.
You got to keep it real. David, you're on the air.
Hey, that girl from Access Hollywood, she lied to you, man. She's separated.
No.
She's nowhere close to being married anymore.
What do you mean?
Nancy O'Dell?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
She's such a liar, because I heard on another radio station saying that she's separated. They said, well, why didn't you tell Howard that?
Hey, now.
But she didn't want you messing with her.
Oh.
But she's nowhere close to being married anymore.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? She didn't want to tell you.
Well, they keep asking me if I want to do more reports from her. I'll tell them yes.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah.
How come you're never on, like, Essence Magazine, for your skin, or Ebony or Jet or anything like that? You and Mr. X for,
Well, those are black magazines.
Huh?
She's not black. Why would she be on a black magazine? She's an American Indian.
I'm on American Indian magazine.
Right.
Well, I never see you acting. I just wonder.
No, she would not be on those magazines. They only have black people on those magazines.
Well, I like to see you out there and maybe on BET or something.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I remember. Who are your friends?
My friends?
Seriously, who are you?
Sander Van Oker.
No, come on, who are your friends?
Saddam Hussein.
Hal Ripken Sr.
Who is your friend? Do you have any famous
Trevor
friends?
Howard.
This guy hangs out with more famous people. He only
Does
talks to famous people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Let's talk to an ex-Marine who's mad at Belzer.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. It's a man who honored his country.
Hello?
Yes.
So, where does this guy get off saying we shouldn't be bombing Iraq?
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't understand.
Well,
He's been living in
last I
France.
read, this is a free country, and you're allowed to dissent from the popular opinion and still be protected by law.
And you know why it's free, Bells? Because of guys like me and this caller. These are the patriots.
Thank you so much. All right, Robin, what's in the news? Bells are at Caroline's, I'm sure, in Manhattan, March 15th and 22nd. All of New York is abuzz. Go ahead, Robin. Go, Robin.
First of all, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Neither one of you has sons, but just
that we know of. Yeah.
that you're claiming.
Oh, I know.
What?
I don't have any.
Go ahead.
But how would you feel if your son grew up
Yeah.
and started dating these hot chicks
Yeah.
that he's bringing?
I would be jealous.
And then is there more to this?
No, just what? I mean, you've got daughters, so you don't really have to worry about the hot guys they're bringing home.
I see.
I would have a problem with it.
Would it bother you?
Because I know I'd want to bang my son's girlfriend.
And I'd say, what's wrong? Can't you go out with an average-looking girl? What's wrong with you?
Because I was just reading in...
Tells his son would be gay.
Would he?
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying. That's all I know.
wrong with that?
Reading in Cindy Adams' column today that Dr. Daniel Baker, who we both know, he
Great
has
guy.
a son, Daniel Baker Jr., who's an actor, apparently a very attractive guy.
Right.
And he's dating this Sophie doll, who is a doll.
Really?
Yeah. So he's
Sophie doll.
doing his thing, and he's dating a very, very pretty young woman. And I thought, well, I wonder what that's like for a dad.
I just spoke to Dan Baker a couple of weeks ago. He sent me a beautiful birthday gift.
Oh, did he?
And I didn't know his son was dating Sophie Doll.
Doll. That's
I had no idea.
Well, next time you can talk to him about what that's like.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a big pain in the ass for him. How's Sophie Doll's mother?
He used to get the hot chicks,
Oh, he gets them.
and now his son's getting the hot chicks.
My dad's pissed about Beth. What do you think?
Is that right?
Sure.
I'm jealous.
What are you doing?
Stupid. Why are you doing with such a beautiful girl? Stupid.
It's a great impression of my father.
No, I've heard it for years.
Yeah.
There was a tragic story.
Yes.
Lots of tragic
Bell's
stories.
return to the United States?
Actually, yeah.
I was allowed back in.
They let him back in. But along with the kids who we assume drowned out in the cold water the other night and didn't get picked up, and nobody from 911 sent anyone to try to find them, a kid was killed by a washing machine.
Wow.
This 12-year-old boy.
What, did he climb inside?
No, he was
No,
helping his... What?
A Raiders fan dropped it on him.
Oh, stop it.
While he was looting.
I get it. It's a
No,
Super Bowl joke. Yeah.
Is that how it's going to go, Bells?
No. You get one of those every once in a while.
They don't try to be funny, Adam. Bells is going to ridicule anything you say.
The kid was trying to help out his mother, so he was doing the laundry on Sunday, and he was throwing the sweater
So he
into
killed himself so she'd have less clothes to do? Well, there's a considerate son.
He threw a sweater into the machine. You know, the lid was up, and I guess the thing was going.
And he was still in it?
He threw the sweater into the machine, but somehow it got wrapped around his neck. And it choked him to death.
Wow. Oh, I see.
It kept going.
Isidore Duncan.
And he couldn't, because it was pressing so hard on his windpipe, he couldn't even yell for help.
Like Abbott and Costello.
But, 15, 20 minutes later, his mom went downstairs and found her son.
Terrible.
Limp.
It'll give me a lesson to mothers. Don't let your children do the laundry.
That's right. This is a good way to get out of helping around
Yes,
the house.
Mom, do you want me to get killed? You do the laundry.
We're too young to work with those machines.
And what do you do with that washing machine? Do you have to put it down?
Yeah. Now that's funny.
You shoot it.
Now you're rolling.
Yeah. That was good.
Also in the news, a 17-year-old Bronx girl was kidnapped, stabbed, sexually assaulted, and threatened with death, according to Westchester County authorities. It seems to me this stuff is happening a lot more often.
Well, that washing machine's on a rampage.
Oh, stop it. It wasn't the washing machine.
We don't know. We don't know that.
3 people, a homeless man, his sister, and her husband are being held without bail on charges of kidnapping this high school student. Apparently the girl agreed to travel with this 31-year-old guy who she considered a friend, but when they got up to Westchester to his sister's home, she became the hostage and was tortured. She wound up being stabbed. They took her to the hospital to be treated, and that's when they discovered that she was being held against her will, and these people have now been charged.
Hi, Pitch Eric, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
All right.
I have some advice for Richard Belzer.
Oh, please.
Richard, you listening?
Yes, I can barely hear you, though, but go ahead.
Okay, listen. If you want to learn comedy, you have to learn comedy from me. I'm very funny when I do comedy shows.
All right.
Hi, Pitch.
Okay.
Only dogs can get your punchlines.
Dan, you're on the air.
Hi, good morning, Howard. Hey, Rich, would you please stop with the pacifistic, squeaky clean Yiddish peace mantra that you're spouting? What? All right? Get on the bandwagon or get down and hide like the French, okay? The beret you're wearing is a yarmulke. You got that Auschwitz body build.
Anti-Semitism?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Why do you hate the Jews?
I don't hate the Jews. I just hate people like you that are kissing ass so you can someday get on the academy.
What are you talking about?
All right, Dan.
Academy.
Dan, I think Belzer does know what you're talking about.
What academy are you trying
Don't
to
pretend like you don't know about the academy.
What
Academy of Jews that you belong to.
I've been kissing rabbis' asses again.
Right. By the way, Belz took his beret off during the commercials, and his hair now is shaped like a beret.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you might as
A
well keep it
baguette.
on.
It's actually forming into the shape of a beret.
So if you are a little worried about the war, then you're a terrible person. Is that what we're coming to in America?
That's it.
That's pretty much it on this show.
Sorry to hear that.
Go ahead, Robin.
I'm sure you also heard about the two brothers who have now been charged with murdering their mom.
Ouch.
Yes, they decided to kill their mom. We don't really know why, except that she used to yell at the 15-year-old a lot.
Uh-huh.
But once they killed her, they decided to use a Sopranos trick to try to get out of the murder.
Mm-hmm.
They cut off her head and her hands.
Oh, boy.
And then tried to discard the body, but unfortunately they weren't as
adept.
Yes, as the Sopranos. They were seen carrying a sleeping bag with a foot hanging out of it.
Ouch.
And they also kept the other body parts, the head and the hands, at home with them.
That was smart. And so there's bright kids.
Once they got questioned by the police, the older one broke immediately and admitted to the murder.
Belzer's jealous because no one's copying Law & Order SVU and doing crimes on that show.
Why the Sopranos? We have plenty of good crimes on our show.
That's right. They should
Start
be
copying our show.
you.
We need the press.
Do your people get away with it?
What time are you on?
10 o'clock Friday night.
All right.
And 11
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to
Friday
have to tune in.
Thanks.
All right, this
We're
will be
10 years. Thanks.
right up Belz's alley.
Thanks a lot, Howard. Appreciate it.
I don't know what you're doing for the State of the Union address tonight.
Oh,
he'll be sitting there taking notes.
He'll be burning an American flag and drawing a mustache on the screen.
A proud American.
Who lives elsewhere. Okay.
Gotta eat. Gotta eat some good food.
Just before President Bush delivers his State of the Union address tonight, activist actress Susan Sarandon
one of Belzer's friends
upstage him.
How?
Before our kids start coming home from Iraq in body bags and women and children start dying in Baghdad,
we're not sending anyone
I
home.
need to know, what did Iraq do to us?
I also hear she's going to drop one of her boobs on an effigy of Bush.
What they did to us is
That's what the 56-year-old will be asking in a 30-second television spot that will air just before the 9 o'clock speech.
Well, I'll tell you what they're doing. They're amassing weapons against our friends in Israel. They're ready to put chemical weapons against our friends around the world.
Condoleezza Stern.
They also financed 9/11. There's a trail of money to the Al-Qaeda network. Yes, there is.
Oh, please.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it. I've seen the trail.
Spewing all
and it's not pretty.
Propaganda.
What do you think all that oil money's going to?
Hussein's
They nerve gas their own people.
Like you care.
They try to eliminate the Kurds. Yeah, I do care. I care about the Kurds.
You care.
All
of a sudden, the Kurds.
I'm a big Kurd fan. Some of the best music in this world has come from the Kurdish population.
How did she's Kurds myself?
Yeah, I only like large Kurd myself.
Yeah, large Kurd.
Edward Peck, a former ambassador to Iraq, tells her in the bit, the answer is nothing. Iraq had done nothing to do with 9/11, Nothing to do with Al-Qaeda.
How do you feel about Saddam Hussein rewarding suicide bombers?
In fact, what they contend is that invading Iraq will increase terrorism, not reduce it.
No, it won't. It will teach them yet another lesson. And let me tell you something. Afghanistan, us going in there and disrupting the Al-Qaeda network has decreased terrorism. And don't kid yourself. It works. Those guys are not having an easy time of it. We bombed the hell out of them. They never expected us to be real men.
There's a firefight going on in Afghanistan right now. I don't know.
Come on, Bells. Don't ruin my show with that whistling. I don't want to hear that. Turn off your mic.
Or at least do the Old Spice theme.
It's the biggest battle that's gone on since the active action died down a year ago.
So have I answered your question, Bells? About Susan Sarandon?
Well, she wasn't asking you, and I doubt if she's listening now. But
she listens every morning.
There's some rebel warlord over there who's been amassing troops in the cave, so they're bombing and they're fighting, and we've got active gun battles going on right now over
Shocked. Before World War II, no one wanted to stop Hitler. There was a whole bunch of pacifists who were like, well, we're going to talk to him some more.
Here we go.
That's right. And then we hooked up with the Soviet Union to get rid of Hitler, to get rid of a greater evil.
That's right.
And then what happened?
Nothing.
And then we got all the Nazis into our government, and look what we got today.
Oh, come on. You're off your rocker.
Here's Colonel Roger King of the U.S. Army over there in Afghanistan to tell us that U.S. forces have come under fire in the Kandahar province.
Kandahar. All right, let's hear from a guy who knows something.
A small group of United States Special Forces soldiers were clearing a compound with support from Afghan militia forces when they came under small arms fire Monday at approximately 11 a.m., 13 kilometers north of 𝗵𝗄 in Kandahar province.
I can't stand when celebrities are against the war, like Susan Sarandon. I hate that. She's living in the lap of luxury, that broad.
I got a quick question that I really don't know the answer to. I always hear special forces. They're not talking about retarded, are they?
No.
I think they don't mean retarded.
There's no unit of retards who we might send ahead?
I don't think. They do make plants in mason jars when they're not fighting.
It would make sense to send the retards first, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We'd clean up a lot of problems. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, the UN inspectors have said that they are not getting a lot of information from the Iraqi government about their weapons programs. They are letting them see wherever they ask to see, but they're not offering them information about their chemical weapons or their nuclear program, and so they have had trouble determining if those programs still exist and if the weapons are still there. So the United States has now said that they don't have forever. They should be offering us this information and disarming of their own will. Disarming.
But how
should
can they
be giving up the weapons and showing us where they are?
How can they offer information about their chemical weapons or nuclear plants when they say they don't have them? I mean, I got to agree with the Iraqis in this one. I mean, you know, they're sticking to their story, in other words.
Right. Well, yeah, but that's going to get them into trouble. Here's the Deputy Prime Minister of Iraq, Tariq Aziz, who says that Iraq does not wish to harm anyone, but they will retaliate if they are attacked first. C4.
We are going to fight the United States.
They're not going to fight anybody.
When the United States starts its aggression on Iraq and the
home, I have no home. Sounds like a vampire.
So the guy drove Gary to the airport last week?
Yeah.
U.S. Army enters the territory of Iraq. We will fight them courageously.
How are they going to retaliate if they have no weapons?
Which airline are you going to, sir?
How come you want to go to United? Go to a different airline.
It's easier to go to Pan Am. I know they don't exist anymore. But
Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how are you? Love to talk to you. 𝗵𝗄
Right.
Hey, Belzer, what's the matter with you? You mean, listen to me.
What's wrong with me? I don't want innocent people to die. I just want to kill Hussein. Is that
bad? But what are you going to do? You know what I think you should do, Bells? I love you. Yeah. I love your work and everything, Bells. I love that you're a great actor. You're funny looking, but you're a great actor. and what I want you to do is there's a bunch of them Europeans over there that are going to go over there and they're going to become like a human shield. If you feel real strong about it, you should be the one prominent one out there to hang out. And, you know.
Well, he's saying you should go over and be a human shield.
Human Shield.
You should join the Human Shield.
Okay, I'll think about it.
All right, go ahead if you're a big shot. Yes, go ahead, David.
Intelligent suggestion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick and tired of all these celebrities with absolutely no information going and railing against our own government.
Oh, boy.
Me too.
It just drives me crazy.
Like they don't read or anything.
They don't read. And Howard, I'm hoping you can get some more celebrities on your show who actually have some information, who have maybe read some books.
First of all, you consider Bells a celebrity. I don't.
Oh, I don't consider Belzer. Look, and the other thing is, I mean, I used to live in France, like Belzer. I came back.
No one would live there. No real American would live there.
But I mean,
I won't even support the French economy.
He doesn't even eat French fries.
No, I eat French food here in America.
French fries.
But I won't go to France and support the economy.
But if you look at the UN Security Council and the people that are against the war, the countries that are against the war, number 1, France, number 2, Russia, also happen to be the 2 largest investors in Iraq. Don't think it's coincidental.
And Belzer's a Jew.
And Belzer's a Jew, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he, as a Jew, should not support France.
You know, I think he's a Jew for Jesus.
He's a Jew for France. There's very few of those.
The Jews shouldn't support anyone. No one likes us.
That's right. Jews should not support anyone. Thank you.
All right. Hold that thought.
Well, here's Mr. Aziz again, who says the real reason behind America's aggression toward the Iraqi government is they really just want to remove Saddam Hussein. C5.
This has been the policy of the first Bush, of the Clinton administration, of the second Bush. When they want to change this regime and bring a pro-American regime.
What's wrong with that?
The 2 Bush.
Right. That's my point.
Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, that's...
just how to do it, not the way, you know. I agree we should change the government over there, but I don't want it to be...
I can't believe you're trying to have a political discussion with us.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have big problems in this country. Doctors are paying so much in malpractice, they can hardly stay in business anymore.
That's right. Cut off your legs, they should pay $20 billion, not a quarter of a million.
I agree with you 100%, but and I both know there are 10 million frivolous medical suits.
President Bush has put in a bill that'll be passed that is going to do away with punitive damages in medical malpractice lawsuits.
I think that's wrong.
Which is the beginning of the end of lawyers and the shenanigans they've been up to in this country, raping this country dry, stopping honest businessmen from doing business. The amount of real lawsuits you could count on your
I still think
finger.
Real lawsuits should have punitive damages as much as they can.
Real lawsuits. The problem is we are so clogged up with fake lawsuits and phonies.
Howard does.
Howard Stern.
So if they amputate the wrong leg, then you have a case.
But of course, the problem is there's lots of honest doctors who are doing nothing wrong, who are being sued to the point that they can't practice medicine. They can't even go over to the side of a road and help a guy who's dying in a car accident because they get sued just for touching the guy.
This is what you're worked up about?
Yes.
And in Belzer,
step outside.
Let me tell you this too, brother.
Yeah, go Beth.
You're going to change your tune when one of your Hollywood hippie liberal friends chokes on a pot brownie, and there's nobody in the ER to help him.
George Clooney knows how to give a Heimlich maneuver.
So listen, my berate friend.
More than 800 doctors in Florida and a dozen more in Mississippi stayed off the job on Monday
that's good.
to protest the rising malpractice insurance costs.
Good. I applaud them, and I must tell you, lawyers...
medical schools turning out less butchers, there wouldn't be...
No, that's not the problem. Butchers.
That's right.
You know what, if you're a doctor... if you're a doctor listening to this, do not treat Belzer.
They've cut off everything I have anyway.
Sure.
Dr. William Shapps practices internal medicine.
Dr. William Shatner from the USS Enterprise.
Right.
When you lost your ball to cancer, did you go to a doctor?
I sure did.
Or did you cut it off?
Did it save your life?
He said, you might sue me if I take the wrong ball.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a doctor who practices medicine in Florida.
Yeah.
D2.
D2.
All right, let's hear him. Dr. William Shapps.
Hello, Florida is one of the highest malpractice suit states in the nation. And unfortunately, this crisis has been fed by the...
Here's how this all happened.
Yeah.
Most lawyers want to go to medical school and be doctors. They couldn't get in, so they became lawyers. They're so jealous of the doctors, that's all they do all day is sue them.
That's funny.
But funny, it's true.
Funny, it can be true and funny.
And by the way, doctors have money. So these lawyers, they go after them, and they try to bankrupt them.
They're easy targets.
Easy targets. Even the honest ones, because what they do with the honest ones go, you know, I better settle this. Because I got to get back to my practice, and God forbid, this thing drags on.
And you're suing an individual rather than a corporation.
Right. The lawyers have figured out how to suck the money out of every human being on this planet, like leeches.
That's true.
Yes, Neil.
Hello.
Yes, Neil, go ahead.
Howard, I'm Fruity Nutcake's writer. I'm also a physician. I have colleagues leaving medicine all over the country. It's incredible. They're doubling and tripling malpractice
That's
rates.
right.
Look at what he has to do.
Do you have your prescription pad with you?
Yeah, if you have your prescription pad, write a prescription for Bell's. He needs psychiatric drugs, psychotropic.
Well, I don't go that deep into psychiatry.
That's funny.
All right, thank you. Now, Bell, seriously, there's a big malpractice, a big...
No, I agree, but there's got to be a better way than just cutting it and making one number.
Well, you know,
legitimately
in a legitimate society where people are honest...
doctors, and they should be protected. God damn it.
Take her for a parade and fight like a man.
I have a compromise I want to run by Belzer. How about only white people can do lawsuits? What are you talking about? That'd be I just thought you'd be outraged by that. That's all.
Oh, I see. All
right. Everybody calm down. A lot has been said. A lot has been said.
Yes.
All right.
Now, the cell phone. Here in New York, they have decided that we can't talk on the cell phone and drive at the same time. We have to have this hands-free situation going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Has that made driving safer?
Probably not.
Yes. Yes.
I have a split.
Oh.
No.
Well, the answer is no. They did a study, and it doesn't matter if you're holding on to the phone or not. Talking on the phone and driving is too distracting to most people. They become dangerous to themselves and others when on the phone because they develop a tunnel vision, according to the doctors, and they're no longer able to do all of the things you need to do to drive a car.
What is it now? You can't have any fun when you drive anymore.
No, you're not supposed to be talking.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all.
The radio
on my door.
They don't want radio distracts you.
Right?
No, not the way the phone does. The cell phone apparently is very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
is Dr. David Strayer of the University of Utah.
Our research shows that there's also a significant impairment associated with that cell phone conversation itself, and it doesn't really matter if it's a handheld unit or a hands-free unit. In both cases, you have that cognitive distraction.
Cognitive distraction for a hand job.
Are you going to repeat everything everyone says?
Yeah.
PJ, you're on the air. Yes, PJ.
PJ.
It's TJ.
TJ, go
Whatever
ahead.
it is.
Yeah, how you doing? I'd like to say I lost my mom in 9/11 in a trade sector, and Bells was really pissing me the hell off, man.
Well, you know,
to equate that tragedy with my political views is very, you're giving yourself more grief than you need.
Maybe if somebody drops a building on someone in your family's, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you would feel a little different there, Bells.
Well, of course.
A sweeping generalization, and I agree.
And that's the kind of generalization we appreciate on this show.
I agree for your loss. I agree for your loss, but I don't think that the Iraqis bombed the world.
Oh, they contributed.
You don't think they had nothing to do with it?
They had everything to do with it.
The Saudis, as we now know, the Saudi Arabians.
The Saudi Arabians and the Iraqis all contributed money to Al-Qaeda and support and applaud terrorism.
Fine.
And I don't care which of these.
them all, Belzer. How about that?
Well, if you want to be in a perpetual state of war and killing our young children and slaughtering innocent people all over the world,
fine. Going to do it.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to have
I want to go into Saudi Arabia. I want to go into
Syria.
What do you want to do? I want to what?
Well, that's what we're doing. We're starting with Iraq.
We're going to Iraq, which is a little punk nation, which we can kick their ass in 5 seconds.
Same as Syria.
Right,
we're only picking fights we can win. Let's kick the real ass.
No.
Saudi Arabia. There they finance.
All right. You know what?
Don't raise your voice at me.
I'm not watching your show.
Oh, that you've never seen.
That's right. If we went into Saudi Arabia,
getting rid of the bad
we'd
guys.
protest.
But let's start with the real bad guys, and then get the lesser ones.
I'm not saying that.
Hire Israel to assassinate Hussein and put in a democratic.
Don't let Israel do anything.
They have the really good Mossad there, boy.
All right, we're going to take a break.
Yes. It's calmed down a little bit.
Right.
In the war room on the Howard Stern show. God.
And we'll be back right after this.
He's got actually bombing plans on his desk here.
Let me tell you, I'm for bombing France.
Ouch!
Yeah. Your house.
No, wait a minute.
The end of you.
Wait a minute.
During the break, we're going to beat up Belzer.
All right, let's all get...
Oh, let me take off my beret.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Oh, my Lord.
Belzer.
This is The Howard Stern Show.
F you.
Right, baby, right
F you.
like a record, baby.
F you.
Hey, what happened to those guys?
Tattoo?
You got a tattoo?
Yeah.
Let's see. Bell's got a tattoo. Never thought I'd see the day.
Is he serious?
Why not?
You have to pull this up.
Take your clothes
Help him
off.
with his clothing. He needs you to help him.
Did you really get a tattoo?
Yeah. It's of the Iraqi flag.
Wow, you really did. What is it, though?
it?
It's very feminine.
What is it, a little butterfly?
Oh, it's your wife's name.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but it's like a little flower rose.
Yeah, what do you want?
Not bad. Would have liked to see a little more going on there. That's cool you got your... You know what? That's nice when you get... You must really be into your wife if you got her
I
in
figured after 22 years.
He figures it's going to take.
I'm going to keep her.
Did she go with you when you got it done?
No, she was away.
So that was a
She was in
surprise
Europe
to her?
when she came back.
Your wife's name is cool, though, at least, because it's Harley, so it looks like you might be in love with a motorcycle.
Harley.
You know what I
No,
mean?
it's H-A-R-L-E-E, not L-E-Y.
Well, whatever. It's still good.
So tell him you can't spell.
That's it. You can't spell.
And whose name did she get tattooed?
Slappy White.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the rumor going around. It's just a big slappy white on her ass.
No, on her shoulder.
Adam Carolla's with us. Bell's told me he produced some movie we were talking during the commercials.
He produced a movie?
Yes, it's been accepted at the San Jose Film Festival.
The San Jose Film Festival?
Cinequest, it's called.
You're kidding me. Very difficult film festival.
Movie-going audience in America. It is. To ever.
Yeah, it's a legend. It's bigger than Cannes. It's huge.
San Jose has a movie theater now.
Has the third largest movie-going audience in the United States. Okay? Thank you. Bitter
What's
Jester.
this movie about?
It's about a female comedian's quest to make it in the business and her journey, her odyssey, what it's like to deal with club owners.
Did you start this before Jerry Seinfeld did his comedian movie?
Yes.
He did.
Yes. We've been working on this for years. And anyway, so I'm going to send it to you, Howard, and
I would love to see it.
What's your name?
Yeah, remember me?
Yeah. Donna.
Donna.
Donna?
Send it to Donna.
Donna.
Take care of Donna.
Donna, and I want your honest opinions.
All right, I'll let him watch it.
All right.
Why not?
You promise?
How much money did it cost to make?
I did it all out of pocket, as we said.
Seriously?
Yes, over the years.
How many years?
3 years.
3 years you followed a comedian around in her quest to make it?
Yes.
And she still hasn't made it?
She's made it. She made this movie.
Did you shoot it on video or you shot it on film?
It's digital.
Digital video?
Yeah, so
but it looks like film.
Put the film look on it after. So it looks like film.
How many hours did you shoot?
We shot 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, I don't know, hundreds of hours.
If you squint, it has the film look.
They always told me that if you shoot on digital video...
You wear the glass, they have special glasses.
It's here in 3D. The boobs pop out on
You
it.
do 3 shots of tequila and you put these glasses on and squint, it looks just like film.
Someone told me the whole time you shot, you stayed in the same hotel room with her?
With who?
The comedian?
Hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Hundreds of hours? Is she hot?
Hey, now. What does that have to do with anything?
Curious, is she attractive?
She's an attractive, very talented gal.
Because I don't want to watch a video of an ugly chick.
All right.
What's her name? Give her some props.
Maya de Gregorio.
All right.
How old?
She's
Has she been working at this too long?
30.
Hasn't made it
I
yet?
don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a great story about the business and stand-up and club owners, and all these stars are in it giving her advice. And
Does she like anal?
She goes to festivals and comedy award shows, and you see the whole arc of the business.
Interesting.
Come in.
Wait, let me ring the doorbell.
All right,
Robin, go ahead. Let's wrap this up.
Don Hewitt of 60 Minutes has finally been convinced to step aside.
You know how he
Give
disciplines
up
his
the
children,
reins.
Don Hewitt?
How? Funny joke.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right.
This is the A stuff. You see, I'm going back on stage.
He's going to be a Caroline for that material.
Yeah.
He's going to do Don Hewitt material.
Yes.
Yes, Don Hewitt has said, all right, you want me out, I'll go. They say he's not going away, though. He will become a producer, an executive producer for CBS, working on special projects.
Guy's 80 years old. The average viewer of 60 Minutes is about 107. And they've said to him,
He was out of
please
touch.
go away. You know, we need to update this thing. And he has been very, very hesitant to leave.
Wanted to let go
But
of the
isn't it
reins.
a top 10 show anyway?
I think they said after the 50th interview of Imus as the young hip DJ, they finally realized that maybe they ought to profile somebody else.
Skewer to a different demographic.
Well, here's the 80-year-old man saying he's he's not going anywhere. D4.
Oh, you're going somewhere. Check the actuarial tables. You'll see you're going somewhere big, and it's in the sky.
I've been at CBS for 55 years, and now it looks like I'm going to be here for 65 years. And I wouldn't bet against 75 years.
All right, so his money is on him.
Codger.
The only thing he's going to be producing is phlegm.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Have the Osbournes burned out?
No. But what is burning out is like the commercial on the Super Bowl, them hosting the American Music Awards, but the show, the TV show, The Osbournes is excellent.
Really?
It is. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching it.
Well, the audience doesn't necessarily agree with you. It's not as big a viewer draw as it was last year.
Wrong. I'll tell you why. And I'm not defending it or, I wish I owned it.
Reading here in the paper doesn't have as big an audience.
Started out, the first one of the season had a 6-something rating. They're now at a 3-something rating, which is huge in cable. They also repeat it several times a week, each time drawing a 3-something rating, which is phenomenal.
What did they have last year? Well, that's what we're talking about.
Hold on, he hasn't gotten to Cume and time spent watching it.
Well, yeah, the original Osbourne episodes would get about a 5, and then the subsequent ones that they repeat go down.
It's not as popular as it was last year. Get over it.
It's not. I'm fine with it. If they canceled it tomorrow, I'd be happy. What do I care? I'm just telling you, it still works as a show.
I didn't say it didn't work. It's just not as popular, and they're wondering if they haven't sort of run their course.
Listen,
maybe there's a little bit of overexposure.
80% of our audience has written me that Bell shouldn't be on the show. What do they know?
That was 92.
That's right. Well, yes. I didn't want to insult you.
Thank you.
So anyway, there are questions being raised as to whether how long this will last.
I think Ozzy's back on the stuff too, isn't he? Doing drugs?
Was he ever off?
I think he was for like 10 minutes in '74.
Because when they started the show last year, he was on antipsychotic drugs, Vicodin, and something else because he had just broken his foot. Remember?
Right.
So he was just blissfully.
Do you like the show, Belzer?
I loved it the first season. I haven't really seen it this year.
There you go. The Belzer's the problem. That's why the ratings went down.
It was the Bells.
You got to win me back.
Go ahead,
Super Bowl did very well.
Huge. Are you shocked? I mean, Oakland versus Tampa?
And it stayed steady throughout the game.
And it was a terrible game. I left at halftime.
Well, you were one of the few.
Got in my private jet.
Had about $80 million for every segment.
Really?
Segment, yeah.
After the Jets lost, I didn't care.
Yeah, I was bummed out too.
That really hurt me deep.
This was really amazing. This came over the wire today. Access Motorsports officially became an Indy Racing League team on Monday with the announcement it had 4 co-owners, including disc jockey Crazy Cabby.
Yes.
So he actually has an official Indy car.
Yes, he does.
His race team is on the Indy circuit.
What does that mean?
He's a guy who works here.
I know he is, but what does it mean that he has his name on this?
It means he's losing whatever money
it means
that's what I was getting at.
There's going to be a sticker about the size of the ripe sticker that they have on produce at the market on the side of a race car that's in 23rd place.
All right. Renee Zellweger is in Chicago.
Yes.
And she says she
horrible movie.
Post-show letdown after it wrapped production.
I love it so much, I didn't want it to end.
It was so great. Everyone on the set was so great.
Like a family.
We were a family.
I didn't sleep for 2 days after we finished it because the magnitude of the undertaking hit me when we wrapped. It hit me. And it hit me that I wasn't going to...
I haven't moved my bowels for a month.
Go to that set every day and be around those people and be part of that creative process.
I miss sucking Richard Gere.
And watch what everyone was giving and creating. And that was sad. But I got my friends. I collected them up and I'm never letting them go.
That was so cute.
Everyone's making a big deal about these guys doing the singing and doing the dancing.
Right.
It's like, aren't they performers?
Yeah.
Aren't they in the entertainment business?
Yeah, they're not driving trucks.
They're not doing surgery.
And gee, they can sing. You're supposed to know how to sing, stupid.
That's right. It's show business.
Everyone's making a big deal about you dancing, too.
Whoa,
easy,
dusting
dude.
off the old...
That was proven to be false.
That's right.
What's the matter with you?
A squirrel. I didn't know anything about Animal Kingdom.
It was actually a gerbil.
Because you guys can't figure this out.
And it wasn't true.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is here to tell us
why she gained so much weight.
How it's different being in the movie version of this musical as opposed to the stage show.
I know the difference. There's cameras involved.
You realize that you're driving home in the car. Oh my God, I'm never going to do that again. That's film for the rest.
Honey, you're in that movie because you're Michael Douglas's wife, which is beyond my comprehension.
She's very talented.
Really? You know her personally?
No.
My life, so that gives you the masochistic attitude to go on and kill yourself because you can't go back tomorrow and redo it with a different audience who's fresh and, you know, a week.
She's a big loud mouth.
Oh, she loves to talk.
Yeah.
Loves to talk.
Oh, her poor children. Poor Mike.
Marissa Tomei is in something called The Guru that will be opening
Marissa Tomei
on
poisoning.
Friday.
Sorry.
Hey now.
She says she does not have a guru herself, but she does seek guidance from various people.
She has a guru.
I don't have a guru, but I have
a guru?
Yeah.
People that have helped me and guided me
the Kabbalah.
Points in my life. And
you must meditate.
You're the guru?
Right, I'm the guru. You must meditate. And don't drink milk with meat.
Don't order the tongue.
Yes. Don't have the milkshake with the flesh.
Yes, my guru.
Yes, my guru.
Anything else, Robin?
And Marissa gives us her picks for the best performances of this year.
Oh, good. We need her.
I love Julianne Moore.
I love her.
And I loved her in The Hours.
Yeah, well, I slept through it, okay?
I loved all the women in The Hours.
It lasted hours.
Something about her character really lingered and lingered with me.
You know, put a fake nose on. Big deal. Like, that's acting. You know what? I walk around with this nose all the time.
That's right. He doesn't need any prosthesis.
All right.
The Recruit also opens on Friday. That's with Al Pacino, The Recruit. With Al Pacino and Colin Farrell. Here, Farrell talks about working with Pacino.
He was so just warm and open from the start and just brought me right in. And every take is different.
Yeah, Al's the greatest. Al's like the man.
I thought he was going to say he's a sanctimonious blowhard, but...
No, it never happens. Colin Farrell.
We live in hope.
We were on the set, and Al moved his bowels, and instead of fecal matter, uranium comes out. Actual uranium that they can make a nuclear...
was glowing?
My balls were glowing. He's amazing. He really is.
He's really his own biggest critic. He's so hard on himself.
Not only is he hard on himself, but I was working with Pacino, a little anecdote, and he made a sweater out of his nose hair. I mean, this man...
Between takes.
So versatile.
And yeah, he's been in the game a long time, and it's his art, it's his craft, it's his job. It's
his nose hair is made out of yarn.
It's all it really is all those things, genuine.
It's amazing.
And he works so hard.
I had warts on my hand. He peed on my hand. The warts are gone, miraculously.
They turned it to powder. It was an amazing thing.
Matthew McConaughey is in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. With
not see a movie in any day.
Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate Hudson. And here he talks about why men run from commitment.
Oh, boy.
You got to find the right person, number one, and then you got to...
Because they don't like girls.
Find somebody who's in company you enjoy as much as your own, I guess. You know, it's just that same thing that we made.
Oh, I can't take it.
Boy.
That southern thing deep in the throat.
I had enough of that.
Pronounce the words. Announce. Yeah.
Tom Welling.
Tom Welling? He's the president of the Krayl-Macon Corporation.
You know everything. Who is Tom Welling? He's third baseman for the Padres.
He's a guru.
Isn't he?
He's Clark Kent.
Oh, yes.
Smallville?
And this is a fact, you know, he molested Bells when he was 13.
But he was in the uniform. He was in the Superman outfit.
That's how he
I saw that red cape and... It was all over.
I love that show.
He spun the Earth around against its rotation so he could get to Bells when he was in junior high.
That's it.
Well,
back in time.
Here he answers the question, do you ever wake up and think
smell the bells?
Superman?
Smell the bells.
No, because I'm not. I play Clark Kent. We're not Superman. We're not there yet. We got a couple seasons to go. But I do wake up.
He's still in high school. He looks 40.
Right. That's right.
And here he talks about Christopher Reeve's upcoming appearance.
his character...
You know what I did? I got my Superman outfit and I taunted him. Remember when you could wear this? Remember?
Walked around him.
Not so super now, are you?
divulges certain important...
I don't care. Go ahead, Robin.
Finally this morning, Barbara Feldon.
Yes.
Remember her?
Agent 99.
Agent 99.
Yes.
She has written a book.
Good, good. I've been waiting for the expose.
It's called 99 Reasons Why I Haven't Been in the Business for the last 99 years.
Now she's 99 years old.
Written a book.
Hello, 99?
You're 99.
Don't get my age.
99 or 99? Where have you been the last 99 months?
Here she discusses her journey into finding a lifestyle that offers fulfillment equal to and different than being with a mate, just as good.
Oh.
Here she is on when she first thought of writing a book about living alone.
I first conceived of writing the book in 1977 when I was newly alone and not alone.
Newly alone. She's alone because she's 100 years old. When she was younger, everyone wanted to be alone.
And at that time, I knew I needed some role models. And
I wish there was a time machine so we could send her back to when she was hot.
She interviewed her 14 cats, and they gave her some insight.
Yeah.
I began interviewing people who lived alone to see if it was even possible to be happy without a mate. And
guess what? It's not.
I was so encouraged by what they said.
Send her a clapper.
But at that time, I thought, well, maybe I'll write this and work my way through these issues just by writing it. But then I began enjoying living on my own, and I put the book aside.
All right.
Agent 99?
Here she is on the advantages of traveling alone.
Oh, boy.
When you travel alone, you're not a fortress of a couple, and people just approach you very, very often.
No one's approaching her.
And you approach other people. So if you're in a foreign country having dinner by yourself in a restaurant...
Yeah, that's fun.
There may be somebody else there, too.
I'm going to go see Europe by myself.
And you find yourself chatting with them. It's a wonderful way to travel.
I read the chapter on her playing flag football alone. It was very provocative.
Did she say anything else, or are we done?
Yes, she says there are benefits to living alone.
Yeah.
When you're not on your own, your attention is...
I changed my tampon. I don't have to close the door anymore.
Understandably, and quite rightly, on your partner. And we only have so much time and so much attention. When you're on your own, you can spread that attention around to a lot of people so that you can...
Oh, boy.
Obviously, you need the book.
Yeah, I need that book.
Fortunately, I'm not alone.
You could be one day.
Imagine reading this book. That'll be depressing.
Man.
Look at you. You couldn't even spend 10 minutes alone.
No, I don't like it. I do not like being alone.
And Bells, what are you talking about? You spend a lot of time alone.
I do spend a lot of time alone.
Look at him.
Look at me.
Well, it's really Bells and Roman Polanski sitting in France talking about how they hate this country. He's not alone.
Wow.
Oh, I see. I didn't know he had that friend.
So?
When Bells is alone in Europe, people approach him.
They do. Actor.
All right, very good. Is that it, Robin?
That's what's happening.
Thank you so much. Well, thank God I can get out of the room now.
Where are you going? You're going to be alone.
I'm going to go home and be alone. Richard Belzer, Law & Order SVU, Friday nights at 10 on NBC.
Very
Congratulations.
This Friday. Caroline's March 15th and 22nd.
Right, looking forward to that.
And San Jose on March 8th, the premiere of Bitter Jesters. Bitter Jester.
When are you going to be at that Don't Bomb Iraq rally that you're going to?
I don't say Don't Bomb Iraq. I say Bomb Hussein. Get him.
All right.
Not the innocent.
That'll be easy to do.
I'm all for getting rid of Hussein.
You say Baghdad, I say Baghdad.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got that in.
What are you talking about? Adam Carolla, once again.
Carolla, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes.
Adam, thank you for being on the show. I know your show, Crank Anchors, is on... it's actually premiering March 4th, 10 p.m. on Comedy Central.
Yeah. And you can watch Jimmy's show every night at 12:06 as well.
I know you...
12:06.
12:06.
All right.
And I know you enjoy working on that as well.
And tonight, George Bush.
Tonight on E! Part 2 of our Bachelorette show with Nikki Ziering.
Ooh.
Immediately after the president's
Nikki Ziering?
Yeah. We'll be on E! with Nikki Ziering right after the president's speech.
After the war is declared. You'll want to go to E!
All right. And we'll see you tomorrow. We have a lot of big things happening tomorrow.
Name one.
All right. You caught me.
Okay.
Nothing.
Quack, 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 quack.
better. Agreed. Tom, you're up. You're on the van lot. Good evening, Tom.
Hey, how you doing this evening,
Joel Thomas, what's up?
I'm a big fan. I watch your show all the
Thanks,
time.
bud.
I was wondering, do you guys like Howard Stern's balls?
Tom, thank you very much for the call. Jim, we've been through this before. There's nothing we can't handle. We will talk about that, but let me talk to Lori first. Lori, you're on the van lot. What's up, Lori?
Hey, how are you?
Doing terrific.
You guys suck
Lori, we do not have a 7-second delay, so we're going to tell all the folks that right now. So behave yourselves, talk sports. This is an adventure tonight. We'll see if we can handle it for 13 more minutes as we take your call. David, you're on the van live.
Hey, guys, you.
Doing great. Wow. We'll see how good we are, buddy.
Hey now. Good morning to you. Hey now. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday. Yep. That's right, Wednesday. Oh, man. I think I could almost like this job if I didn't have to get up so early.
You could almost like it?
Yeah.
I think you like it well enough.
Yeah. I mean, once we get going, I'm fine.
Right.
You just don't like the hours.
Yeah.
I mean, the getting up early, it just blows. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it.
I always look at my clock like, it's got to be wrong.
Although yesterday I got home around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I was all done with my responsibilities for the day. I like that. Had some time to kick back.
Yeah, you do get done early.
Yeah.
Sometimes his day will stretch into forever.
Yeah.
But then you're beat.
And then they were doing construction below my apartment, so it was like banging in my head all day. I was just like, oh, man. You can't
get a break and you don't get a break.
Yeah, it's been going on all summer. So I'm like, what the? You ready, Fred? What the is going on down there?
Yeah, that's the problem with getting home early, because construction is still going on. Like, the other people's work day is still going, so they don't stop.
Yeah. So, that kind of sucked. Yeah. Living in an apartment is okay until other people make noise.
Well, you know, you have to realize you did that to people for a while when you were doing your construction.
No.
Oh. It didn't happen.
No, I didn't, actually.
There was no noise when you had your apartment done?
And when I did mine, there was no one above me, no one below me.
Ah.
Believe it or not. It's just one of those weird things.
How are the walls in your building? Can you hear
they're pretty good.
Yelling in other apartments?
No, you don't hear that. It's pretty quiet, actually. My building's pretty good. Just if someone's going to do a renovation or something, then you got to deal with it.
Right.
You know. Hopefully it'll be over soon.
Well, I mean, I have construction going on next door to me. I can hear it when I step out. Not in my house.
Well, you're in a house.
Step out of your villa?
You're in, like, you own half the neighborhood. How much construction could be going on?
Yeah, how could anybody be doing construction?
Aren't you the one doing the construction?
No.
Oh. Yeah. It's not cool. So, last night I watched, they sent over a screening copy of the new Tommy Lee Goes Back to College or Goes to College show.
Oh, yeah?
It was really good.
Somebody else I heard good things about that. They said but amazingly, it was pretty good.
Yeah, Tommy comes off really likable, number one.
Really?
Yeah, like it's kind of charming in a way.
Well, that's interesting because I've never seen that side of him.
Yeah.
The charming side?
Yeah.
I mean, like it's just kind of interesting. I mean, it's really a dumb show, and you're sitting there watching and going, gee, but you watch it. You know what I mean? Like there's some interesting...
It keeps you there.
It keeps you there. And it's all set up and everything, and yet whoever edited the show and put it together did a brilliant job.
Wow.
You know, they took a show that essentially is fabricated. I mean, he's not really...
He's not going to college.
Yeah, he's auditing a few classes, so there's no real pressure. I mean, if I had done it, I would have taken 5 rockers and made it a competition for like $1 million. Like said, okay, yeah, who could get the best grades?
Right, there actually is a reason for doing this.
But, you know, that's me always rewriting a show. The fact is the show's really good. I liked it. So I'm going to give it a B+.
Well, that's good. He got a B+. But he does say he's rekindling his relationship with Pam Anderson.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm telling you, he says he's rekindling it. They're in love. They're taking it slow.
She called me and said, look, make it clear. I'm not marrying Tommy.
Well, that's not what he's saying. He's saying they're not marrying, but they're in love with each other, and they're doing it again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's good for the kids, at least, but I don't know.
That they're doing it?
that they're together on some level.
Sometimes it's better if they're not. They're really...
Get a grip.
I don't
got
know.
A very,
I mean, you need both parents as a kid, I think, no matter what.
You know, he's told me some crap and she's told me some crap. It doesn't sound healthy. But maybe they've matured.
Right.
Artie just wants to believe that two parents is better no matter what.
It isn't always.
Well,
that's what I tried to explain to my kids when I got divorced. I said, you know what?
True.
I think you're better off seeing your parents happy.
Yeah.
But that's just my guess.
I understand Charles Manson fathered a lot of kids, and those kids are probably better off he's not around.
Yeah.
Or wasn't around.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But
the show's pretty good. I don't know when it airs, but I like the show. It's on NBC. I don't know when.
These reality shows, you can't keep up with them anymore. There's so many.
The reality floodgates have opened. You know, it looks horrible, but I haven't seen it. I just saw a promo. I guess because of the success of the movie School of Rock, now there's Gene Simmons' Rock School. Did you see that?
That can't be good.
Yeah. It doesn't look good.
Any Gene Simmons, anything wouldn't be good.
Well, he's, teaching kids how to rock and be in Kiss, and they open up for Motorhead or something. I don't know.
Wow. How depressing.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Motorhead. Motorhead needs something to open for them?
Yeah, so how depressing for Motorhead, like the anti-everything.
No.
Now kids are opening for them.
I don't care about that.
Yeah,
Gene's a nice enough guy and everything, but I just don't care. I don't care about Kiss. I never.
You don't find him likable or charming.
I haven't seen his show yet, but I'm just telling you, Tommy comes off very likable and charming.
I'm just saying when you've seen Gene in here.
Like Tommy tries out for the band.
Yeah, I know. I saw something about that when they were first doing the show, that he was rehearsing with a band.
The marching band. And I guess the football team is rather popular there, and he's in the marching band. He's trying out, and I got to tell you something. It's really odd. He can't do the drumming.
Really?
Yeah, like he's a professional drummer who's drummed all over the world, but this is very specific kind of drumming, and he's having a real hard time with everything.
Yeah, it's different when you're standing up with a drum around your neck, I guess.
Yeah. And he didn't know what to do.
What college is it, Howard?
UNL.
What the hell's that?
University of...
Nevada?
Nevada, Las Vegas?
That's UNLV.
UNLV.
I don't know.
UNL.
Yeah. Nebraska.
Ah.
Can't be an L, then.
The Cornhuskers.
Nebraska, Lincoln.
Oh, maybe.
Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
ULN. I don't know. But it's some college. It seems to go along with all this. Which is what you can't believe. Like, they'd even let him in with a camera.
Yeah, because you'd imagine he'd turn the place into Animal House.
The star of the show is this chick who's tutoring him. They give him a tutor because he can't understand chemistry or any of it. So this beautiful, gorgeous, blonde pre-med student.
A real co-ed.
A real co-ed, the real deal, a senior who's going to go into medicine. Looks like a blonde bombshell. And, oof, really hot chick.
Now I understand why you liked it.
No. I like the show. I just thought it was well done. It was well done. I told you, B+. It's worth watching again. It ain't The Sopranos, but it was well done. It was fun. That's all.
All right.
We can move on. We'll devote the whole show to this.
The show is so great, I have to devote my whole show to it.
It's the television event of the summer. Eddie Griffin's stopping by today. He's in the much-anticipated Deuce Bigalow European Gigolo, and you're saying, well, who anticipates this? I do.
We do, yes. Yeah. It's a big favorite here.
Yeah, Eddie's going to stop in. Got a call last night that Eddie wasn't coming in. Could he call in? And then all of a sudden he was available to come in.
What is going on?
His explanation was politics, man. Politics. I don't know what that means, but we'll ask him.
Yeah, he'll tell us when we see him today. Did you see that half of 50 Cent's in Entourage got arrested last night?
Yeah, well, that's what. Yeah, I was really pissed that 50 Cent didn't show up yesterday, but turns out most of his posse were arrested. So I guess I don't know. I guess he couldn't come in without his posse.
I guess. Well, those two guys that were arrested usually come in here with him, Young Buck and Lloyd.
Lloyd, yeah. So Evidently, Lloyd was dissed by a doorman or something who told him he'd have to pay for something.
Right. Pay for the parking because he lost his plane ticket, which is, reasonable.
Yeah. So he said, I don't pay. I'm Lloyd. G-Unit. According to the newspaper reports, anyway. This is alleged. And supposedly he punched some guy.
Yeah, roughed up the parking attendant. Guys working as a parking attendant. They don't need to be roughed up.
Yeah,
anyway,
roughed